One.
Let's go.
This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it!
What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this Feel Good Friday, March 10th, 2023, this program starts now.
Feel good!
Friday is what we are a part of. Now, it's not going to feel good for some guys who are potentially going to be a part of the salary cap gymnastics and manipulation of contracts that are already started this morning, which every NFL team has to be underneath the designated salary cap of $224 million by Wednesday at 4 p.m. You're already seeing different contracts be reworked. You're seeing salaries turned into signing bonuses. Congrats to Tyreek Hill. He got like $24.85 million today.
Wow.
His salary got converted pretty much into a signing bonus, and he walks away with $24.8 million today. Hey, Tyreek, would you like to get $24 million today so our salary cap has a much smaller hit so we can open up a little bit of space maybe for Jordan Poyer?
Whoa.
Maybe for anybody else? And Tyreek said, I'm getting $24 million a day. Yep.
Good. Sure.
I don't have to do anything else. Just play 1 year. You do that. That's happening all around the NFL. Tone Diggs will have a full breakdown of that.
Oh, yeah.
This weekend, you're going to have a lot of eyes on a lot of vets becoming cap casualties. It's already happened in Minnesota. Our guy, Adam Thielen, has been officially released from the Minnesota Vikings.
no.
Allegedly, his contract was like 19 point something million dollars. They asked him to kind of rework that, renegotiate that. At the age of 32, he said, no, thank you. I'd rather just become a free agent, seemingly. He wants to go to a contender. He'll probably end up at the Chiefs.
Yeah, most likely.
He'll probably end up at the Chiefs somehow. We will all be fucking flustered by it. Or maybe if there's a guy that we know pretty well that doesn't decide to retire and decides to go to another team, maybe the New York Football Jets.
Yeah. Okay.
Big Apple.
Adam Thielen and he are very tight. Maybe he follows Aaron Rodgers. Maybe he goes and tries to find another quarterback that he loves. Thielen, a 32-year-old wide receiver who certainly has plays left in him to make a team great, is now available for every team. That is what's going to take place over the next few days. We need to remember that we are in that time of year, but we also need to try to remember to enjoy it all.
That's right.
Okay, Adam Thielen got cut. He's from Minnesota. He had to pay to get into a workout to even get seen by scouts to potentially become a Minnesota Viking. His entire path to becoming an NFL All-Pro is one that you don't see often, especially for the hometown guy.
Come on.
Never have.
And here we are on a Feel Good Friday. He just gets fucking cut.
Sad.
It's not right.
Let's look for a silver lining. He's going to end up somewhere. He's going to be contender. He's still got good football left.
Hell yeah. Good luck, guys.
So everybody that we see that this happens to over the weekend and over the next few days, let's remember there's a silver lining. There always is. And I'm sure all these guys will find it. Speaking of guys that find silver linings, how about this group of dudes? The Toxic Tables here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn Cowboy. I don't even want to talk about the experience in the barn with the fucking Hammer Down Cowboys.
You're right.
Most
You're
important
right.
time right now, too.
Tone Diggs is here, obviously. Tone, can you... What's the look, Tone?
You know.
You know, Tony.
You know.
You did.
You know what you did.
You did.
Listen, yesterday during the day was an absolute bloodbath
It was.
in college basketball.
Sure.
Yeah, and everybody
sorry
had
if
a
we
good
were
time with
a
it.
little hesitant to be willy-nilly with your money today.
Okay, so right before we go live, and March Madness has already happened.
Yeah.
It started.
Yeah,
We're
in the thick of it.
Election Sunday coming up.
Hey, good for us. We're in it right
That's right.
now. All right, let's enjoy it. I watched Villanova Creighton last night.
Good ball game.
Got a live bet at Villanova plus 9.5. I'm like, don't they win all the time? They lost by like 13 or so.
Yeah.
No more
Woke
J-
up this morning.
No more J-Red. He was a dog.
Yeah, he was an absolute dog. I woke up this morning minus a pretty significant amount of money. I'm like, Villanova's going to do their thing. I forgot this is what March Madness is. I look at teams I know nothing about, playing a sport that I know less about, and I go, oh, that's the winner right there. So today I wanted to learn from all my previous faults. I said, all right, we got a gambling podcast that comes out of this fucking office
That's right.
every single day. They've been doing well for like 19 months.
Since inception.
And I very rarely, I feel like you guys would agree, as pseudo boss of this place, I very rarely put the Hammer Down Cowboys in a spot where I'm like, give me a fucking, right?
Oh, yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
I let them do it. Hey, you guys do whatever you got to do.
That's right.
Whatever makes you win. If you guys like something, please tell us. If not, we'll just kind of follow along with the show. I never say like,
Need something now.
Come
on.
On this Feel Good Friday, I said, you know what? I want to experience March Madness a little bit.
Yeah. Got games on during the show.
Give me your best bet during the show. I'm going max unit bet on it. I'm doing it. All of a sudden,
What are we doing?
Hemming and hawing from this cowboy.
I mean-
then you got Bruce over there. Admit they're disagreeing on everything.
Yeah. Yep.
The one says one, they disagree. We call Canada. We're like, hey, go.
Have to.
Fucking need a bet today, pal. You're a college basketball. I don't like any of these.
Jeez.
I like all the Kansas. I like Kansas. I like Texas. And I like
10 p.m.
Okay, those aren't during the show. We need during the show. This is the first time I've ever said, hey, boys, this is what we need.
What the hell?
We got something, didn't we? We ended up with something, but I want to let you know, did not love the process in which we had to get there.
Not at all.
Well,
Tone Diggs, are you guys worried
I
going
don't
into
like
college
to be-
basketball?
I don't-
You guys don't know what the fuck you're
I
talking
don't like
about?
to be backed into a corner. I don't like to be put in a box.
You were
okay?
kind of bullied.
Little
Joining
very
us
much.
now from Canada, a man who's a college basketball expert, a guy who finally gave us an answer, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
About time.
It only took him like 3 minutes. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
The first,
I don't know,
and then he was
pal.
giving us games like, I really like game that isn't in the time zone that we said. I really like tomorrow's. Boom. It's like during the
Something
show.
now.
Gumps.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bubba Gumpino.
Go.
Gump, what's this all about? First time I need something from you guys. You're disagreeing. There's a lot of that. What's the deal? Is this how it is every single day? What's going on, Gump?
No. Tough day yesterday. Tough lines today, but I think we put together a nice one there with Purdue and Michigan State, my friend.
Purdue and Michigan State money line. Now, if you just look at the spread and everything like that, people say that's pretty easy to pick. It ended up being minus 103.
Yeah.
Good odds.
Almost even money. Not too shabby there. Ohio State has played 3 straight games.
Today will be their third game in 3 days. Yeah.
So that's a thing. What are we looking for because you are a great college basketball handicapper. I think we all know you're a good gambler as a whole. But college basketball, and us putting you and forcing you to pick a certain games, not good gambling strategy.
No.
Like picking the right things to bet on is obviously what we're. And Tone's like, yes. And Tone off camera here is like, yeah, that's the whole purpose of gambling. Yeah. So we forced you into it though. But when you're talking about gambling here on March Madness and basketball, what should we be looking at? Because I lose all of my NFL money in March Madness every year like clockwork.
Yeah.
What are you looking for, Gump? What do you look at?
It's ugly out there right now. The one thing I will say, if there's a game you like and it's minus 2.5, minus 3, if you can get in money line minus 135, minus 140, just lay the fucking juice.
Got it.
Because it is
Amen.
chaos right now. We're sweating it enough. You don't need to sweat over a point. Just pick the team to win.
And normally,
But it's
hold on though, you'll hear like hardos, I guess.
Sure.
Oh, you're betting minus 135, minus 140. It's
Fucking
like,
marks, you can
what,
call
do you
them.
need a fucking last minute one?
Right.
Like just to fuck you? Like,
Happens a lot.
Let's win a bet.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're saying here, Gump, because everything is, hey, it's not chaos. It's
March Madness.
what is John? What is?
We'll sleep in May.
We'll sleep in May.
Anarchy.
It's not
not
anarchy.
anarchy. Oh.
It's college
College
basketball.
basketball.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Rothstein. That's real, though. Like right now, anything could kind of happen. We need to just look at that. If we like a game and it's a 2, maybe 3-point spread, let's not be scared to just go with the money line instead and kind of do our thing, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because the Big Ten tournament, every higher seed has won. Like the worst team has won every game so far. That changes this morning, obviously, but
Have they been good games?
oh yeah, they've all been bangers. I mean, Penn State beat Illinois. Like Ohio State had no business beating Iowa yesterday. Michigan forgot how to play basketball. Like,
Oh, yesterday was
What?
absolutely.
Oh,
dancing.
no.
Still dancing.
Iowa. This might be good for Iowa though, because they always win the Big Ten tournament, then die early in the March Madness.
Okay, yeah, Iowa is somebody that lets down Ty every year, and we have to deal with Ty going, okay.
Okay.
All right, and then, don't worry about it. Football season coming up. What do I got to look forward to? Gator Bowl. Okay.
Okay. Well,
No touchdowns,
Gator Bowl
maybe
would
the
be-
Gator Bowl.
Gator Bowl would be awesome.
Well, this is,
I'd kill to fucking go to a Gator Bowl.
you got a Michigan quarterback in there now.
Yeah, I know.
Another year with the offensive coordinator who led to 130th.
Brian Ferentz, he's a dog.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, see, none of us
Who
had
needs to
we
be
didn't know
taken
where.
out back and shot in the head.
Whoa!
But he's a dog.
He's an old
nonetheless.
dog.
Jesus, nobody's taking dogs in the back and shoot them anymore. It's 2023, but I understand what you're saying there. Gumpy, we appreciate you making a decision for us. We assume it'll lose.
No, I don't think so. I like this one.
Okay.
I fucking hope so, guys.
Well, we miss you, bud. We love you, ladies and gentlemen.
Miss you, bud.
Let's get to football news real quick.
There
Tyreek
we
Hill
go.
restructuring. He gets $24 million signing bonus to open up the contract. You're obviously big Dolphins fan. What does this mean, pal? What's going on down in Miami? Is this for Lamar Jackson?
Whoa.
Is this for Aaron Rodgers?
Whoa.
What do you think's going on down in Miami, Gump?
You can lock Poyer into Miami, I think. I think that's done.
Okay, because he's been kind of openly campaigning for it as well, right?
Okay, and then Rosenhaus is the agent who has pretty much every Dolphin, right?
I think.
Essentially.
Also, Darius Slay's agent.
Oh.
Ooh.
We just cut Byron Jones.
Well,
Big Play Slay could be
run
in
or walk
Miami,
anymore
too.
'cause
Oh, so you're
Whoa.
piecing some things together here. You're saying maybe Big Play Slay and Jordan Poyer coming down to the Miami Dolphins to shore up a secondary. How was the secondary? Pretty good?
It was decent last year, but they got cooked because of their DC, because they did fucking zero blitz all the time. So Vic Fangio, now you got Chubb and Phillips up front. Like
Things are
defense
looking
will be
up
looking-
for Miami.
And then everyone thinks they're in play for Derrick Henry. I think they just bring back Mostert and Wilson again. I think they run it back with those two. And then McGlinchey is not re-signing with the Niners. O-line, maybe stack that up with another ex-Niner with McDaniel.
All right, we love that. Well, good luck to you. It sounds like the Dolphins are in a pretty good spot. Is Tua going to survive? Yeah?
He'll be good. He's doing judo classes, dude. He's fine.
Oh, yeah, to learn how to land, right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
He
It's
should be
great.
going to like some wrestling school as well.
Yeah, send him down.
So you can get
there.
him a little flat back so you learn how to fall in this entire thing.
I saw someone else post this morning who's doing judo. They look great.
Who's that?
Oorah, Tony. Oorah.
Giselle was doing judo?
Isn't she rolling around doing judo in Brazil?
I believe
Brazilian
it's
Oh,
jiu-jitsu.
dude.
Yeah, it's jiu-jitsu.
We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. Gumpy. Can't wait to see you,
Hey,
pal.
bro.
Hi, baby Paul.
He's doing, lad.
Yeah, I see you hammered Dahn a little bit.
I mean, why doesn't Roman Reigns get his hands on Tua? They're both ooses.
He knows.
What do we do?
Roman knows how to fucking take it.
Yeah.
Roman ain't taking a lot of bumps.
No.
No, true. Get him with the
Roman
bloodline.
could if he had to.
I've
but-
seen him
needs
deliver
to
and
be
also take
spearing
18
Tua.
spears in
Yeah.
a fucking match, and he took them all.
That
You don't
is-
just let anybody into the bloodline either. You got to earn a seat at that table.
And I'll tell you what, that is a group of absolute
Dogs.
I mean, I've gotten a chance to kind of obviously watch them, meet them. Maybe one of the coolest crews that I've ever encountered, just of people. Obviously, Sami Zayn fell victim to
Yeah,
how
that was.
tight,
I
how
still
tight
haven't
of a
gotten
crew.
over that.
Really?
Yeah,
That was despicable.
it was terrible. All Sammy did after all Sammy did to fucking earn the trust of his tribal chief,
Listen.
and that's the way it ends.
Did he stand for his tribal chief?
You
That's-
goddamn
He
right.
didn't just stand for his tribal chief.
Yeah, but then when push came to shove, Tribal Chief needed it. He kind of. But there was a question on whether or not Jay Uso
Yeah.
was going to go with Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching along. I'm like, the Usos are. This is a thick crew.
It's
here.
bloodline. Come on.
There's no like Sammy, a good guy, funny guy. We love Sammy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy Sammy. But also when push comes to shove, Jay, Jimmy, Roman all grew up on the same street together.
Usos
Bingo.
stick together.
Okay, what are we even talking about?
How many Usos have red hair? Answer: none. He couldn't go with Sami Zayn.
Well, that would be just very prejudiced. But I think like family
It's also real.
is certainly a massive part of it.
Family.
But I do like the fact that Tua is trying to do something to learn how to fall. I think that is good news.
Smart.
And also remember, the NFL is trying to institute those new helmets that are like position driven. So there's a chance that he's got the fucking big old
Yeah.
Reverse
spaceship on the
Kittle.
back. Like a pillow just pops out. He goes down. As soon as his shoulder blades touch,
Yep.
poof,
They have
Four
those.
Seasons pillow. Bang.
They actually have those.
Tone, can you tell us what's going on
Yes.
around the NFL with the restructuring of contracts, who's maybe's been cut, and if there's anybody that's maybe sitting on deck to get released from it?
So, before that, 11:30 tonight, Utah Valley. If you want to fucking put me on the spot, okay? Let's not
See?
ask questions.
Now people know exactly what we were just dealing with.
This is what we dealt with for 10 to 15 minutes before I finally said, fucking call Gumpy. And then we called Gumpy, and Gumpy's like, a full on.
So just
And I appreciate the fact how you guys care about your record so much. And a big part of
mine.
Hammer Don is like picking the best bet. So they scour through the book and they find their best bet. So that's a big part of gambling. You can't just bet on every fucking game, which we learned from them. But on this Feel Good Friday, let's fucking
Come
let's
on.
get a
Need
pick.
some.
no, I get it.
No, you didn't. You were zero part of the whole
Yeah.
thing. You were zero part of the whole thing. And also, whenever we made the bet, you went,
I I'm just saying 11:30 tonight, Utah Valley. Don't ask questions.
Okay, Utah Valley. Good luck,
All right.
Utah.
Today, though.
Let's get back to the NFL. We are in the middle of massacre week because the NFL teams need to get to under $224 million. That is the designated salary cap for next year. This is when you see a lot of vets who have big price tags either get reworked or relocated. Cut. See you later. Surprising names have been cut during Massacre Week in the past. Very popular veteran names have been cut from the past. This year, Adam Thielen was this morning. He was the first, we assume, of a few that's going to take place. What else is going on in that particular salary cap gymnastics world?
So obviously Thielen got cut. You talked about Tyreek Hill. What was that? 24 million, I believe.
24.835.
Okay. Dolphins didn't stop there. Teron Armstead redid his for 11.8 million this morning. Bradley Chubb did his last evening for 15 million. Do the math. Was it almost 50 million they cleared in cap in the last 12 hours?
More.
That there has to be a reason, right?
There's got to be a reason for that. Thielen was cut. Obviously, we heard from Lombo yesterday who could potentially be Darius Slay could be traded. With that, the news broke this morning. They didn't put the tag on CJ GJ, so that's something there. Jake Elliott had to redo his. He got some money up front. So
Philadelphia Eagles kicker. He saved like $2.4 million or something like that.
Eagles are doing things there. Ben Jones, the center for the Titans, also got
Dog.
cut this morning. Who is a dog? That just goes on with the trend of Titans. The Titans.
They got a brand new GM.
Yep,
Full
they're
reset.
tearing everything down.
Full reset for the Titans. Other guys you could look at potentially who'd be cap casualties. Jameis Winston hasn't been cut yet. Obviously, I don't know if they're going to keep him with Derek Carr. He's got 12.8 million there they could save there. Zeke's potentially going to be one of those guys. Joe Mixon's still on the bay. He could be one of those guys.
Hey, we would like to say for Joe Mixon, the incident that happened at his house a couple of days ago that involved a shooting, they've done their investigation. There's a couple suspects, two of them. Joe Mixon is neither of them.
Right.
Yep.
So that's a hey, can't have this happen at your fucking house, obviously.
Yep.
But also, like, what was being said about Joe, what was worried about Joe, I think, was just happened to be a guy who let some people in his house that were related to him.
Yeah.
What a terrible fucking brother, potentially. And then a bad situation. We're all very pumped that Joe Mixon did not shoot a gun at a, turns out to be a teenager,
kid.
as a man who's trying to rework a contract with the Cincinnati Bengals. And obviously, Joe Mixon is fucked up in the past. So if he was to do this, he would be getting... Like, he was getting nobody on his side. Everybody's like, you fucking idiot. Like, what are we even? You got an opportunity when everybody thought you shouldn't get an opportunity, and this is what you do with it. Turns out he was not involved. So that is great news from an NFL front and for a Joe Mixon front.
The Jets have obviously been making moves. Corey Davis, they might cut him, save $10 million, and there's obviously... some Thielen just hit the market. Odell is doing a workout today. So
Right.
Corey Davis is one of those guys. A couple Colts that I saw on the potential. Ryan Kelly, I believe they can save $10 million if he was potentially. They could save $20 million if DeForest potentially might be on the cutting block there. A couple Colts there. Khalil Mack, I saw Keenan Allen. They reworked Keenan Allen so that they freed up some there, but Khalil Mack's name is still out there potentially for a Chargers cut. There's going to be a lot going on here.
These are big names, though.
Huge.
Like Ben Jones gets cut from the Titans, and we obviously all learned about him last football season because Vrabel was crying because this guy was fighting through like 14 injuries, had never missed a game since like high school or something, like the consummate pro, consummate tough guy. He gets released, and we're being told from our offensive line source, in the trenches source, that's a big fucking deal for the Titans that they're losing them. Now, you can always find somebody that maybe is great. But if you're trying to find center, running heavy team, run heavy team, if you find a center and he's good, will not be a conversation. They find somebody that it takes a while to pick up, will be a massive conversation. Our source says, tell us that that's not going to be an easy thing to just replace Ben Jones, but he had a contract. He's from the previous regime, new regime, trying to do their thing. This is what the story of the week is almost around the NFL.
Also, I saw if the Vikings are looking to cut more, maybe potential perennial All-Pro, Pro Bowl Harrison Smith at safety would save $15 million. New DC there. So, there's a lot of big names out there.
Also, I don't know if it's actually true or been corroborated, but they kind of the same deal with Dalvin Cook. Some team has offered to trade for him because they would save, I think, like $9 or $10 million if he were to not be on the team next year as well.
Yeah, and that's who it feels like Miami's not talking about is Dalvin Cook from down there. Sure. He is a Florida guy, and also, Mostert, he's great, but we're talking about Dalvin Cook. Like, he is a game changer.
Dalvin Cook's still a dog.
Yeah.
Still an absolute dog. And all these things are possible if you listen to Michael Lombardi yesterday, who said everything that everybody's saying this morning.
Yeah.
Lombardi was on yesterday, and he is saying literally everything just because he's been in the GM position, and he happens to know fucking everybody. So whenever he says something like Darius Slay is available right now for conversation, if you want to go get Darius Slay, you can go get Darius Slay right now. He is definitely being shopped. And then Eagles blogs are like, that has not been confirmed. They're like tweeting to us. And then this morning, Diana Rossini's like, per sources, the Philadelphia Eagles have given Drew Rosenhaus the leeway and the freedom to go seek a trade for Darius Slay. It's like, right now, I think the way GMs view it is like anybody that has a big price tag.
Yeah.
They are potentially available.
Yep.
Matthew Stafford. Now, Les Snead said we're going to rely on Matthew Stafford. He's one of the pillars for us. But listen to the way he worded it. Lombo was like, if you wanted Matthew Stafford, you could go get Matthew Stafford right now. That is Masker Week. It is time for everybody to get under the salary cap. Joining us now is a man who's broken numerous amounts of news already going into Masker Week. I know he's excited for this time of year.
Oh,
of course he
the
is.
senior insider for the NFL, the NFL's website, the NFL's network, the NFL streaming service, NFL Plus. And a host of the weekly wrap-up of the Rap Sheet and Friends, us being the Friends, he being Rap Sheet, the Insider's host on all podcast network platforms, Ian Rappaport. That's your life right there, huh? That's your life right there. We just saw it. Looking down at your phone. This is a miserable time. Your tone in your text messages with me this morning was despicable. Are you okay? Is everything all right? It seems like you're very important right now.
I'm fine. It's like
Sounds like it.
It's like a marathoner. It's like a marathoner. It's like, they're getting ready. They've been training all year. It's finally up, and everyone's like, "You looking forward to it?" And they're like, "No." But in the end, it gets to be over, and then you get to have the medal where you stand after the finish line and you get like one awkward picture, and sometimes you run by and people throw water on you. Like, that's what it's like.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
But in the end, it'll be over.
That's what I was about to say. You're like a medal grabber as opposed to a tape ripper.
Right.
Because the people that have trained all season and get to the marathon, they're pumped for the marathon.
Ready.
Because everything that they prepared for, they're there. That's the difference between, I think, like athletes and like insiders.
Sure.
Like whenever it gets time to
Definitely the only difference.
when it's that's it. When it's time to get to it, it's like a lot of athletes like excited, like, okay, everything I just did was for this. How do we frame it in our mind? We're excited. Like excited to show off all the work we put in. For you, it's like, I hope I survive this next fucking week. Hey, is it going to be crazy? Yeah. Is this going to be a big-time Masker Week? Seems like moves have already taken place. Adam Thielen cut. Ben Jones cut. I know you had a tweet about Zadarius Smith and him asking for his release from the Vikings. They're not thinking about that. But with the world right now, with the way the NFL is trying to save dollars, everything's on the table pretty much at this point. Are we thinking that, or is this going to be a quieter Masker Week, Ian Rappaport?
No, I think you kind of summed it up before I was on. We're like, basically anyone with a big price tag is not being shopped, but certainly has come up in conversation. Then there really is a difference between like a team shopping a player, and if you're a team and you're calling around about a player and you're like, hey, we're looking to deal this guy, that basically means that guy's getting cut. Like I would say Chuck Clark, who got traded yesterday, like that was one where the Ravens were like, he's a good guy. We'd like to trade him to a good place. We'd like a pick. So they got a future 7th rounder for a guy, actually a good player, but a guy who is going to be cut. The other stuff, like the Darius Slay stuff, is more like he wants guaranteed money beyond this year. He's 32. He is still great. So, like, you'd almost never give a corner money at 32, but he's still really, like, he defies logic. So he wants more money. So he's able to go out, see what his market is, see if anybody will trade for him, or see if the Eagles go, you know what, you're right about your market. We're actually just going to give you the money instead of someone else, and we'll keep everything together.
Which is kind of what Baltimore might be doing with the non-exclusive tag with Lamar. We'll let the market tell us what the price tag is, and we'll have the ability to match it. They have until like July 15th to do that for Lamar. We've talked a lot about Lamar. Let's talk about something else. Miami seemingly gearing up to make a big signing. Is that Jordan Poyer? Is that Dalvin Cook? Is that anybody else? What is Miami freeing up so much space for, you think? And what was that information you just got?
It not even joking. It was about Miami clearing cap space.
Okay.
Wow.
What is it for? Who is it? What is it for?
So a couple things. I'll read from the text message. I literally just got asked them to explain it. So they were almost negative 20 against the cap before this, right?
Yes.
So like they were in the bad part. Now they clear 40 million. They're in the good part, so they can actually be cap compliant and actually continue to operate as an NFL team. That's one thing. It's not for a quarterback. They have a quarterback.
Okay.
Like that's Tua. They have one. And then basically this is like to sort of fill in the gaps, maybe sign a free agent or two. And they got some of their own, and they got some they would sign. Like could they sign a corner? Like I could see that, that would be one spot. And then they need like more than $10 million to sign the rookie class. So like they need a lot of room to operate. I wouldn't say they're going to be huge players, but maybe one splashy signing.
Okay, so like Poyer, it seemingly has been linked to the Miami Dolphins because he stays down there, lives down there, has talked about the New York taxes. Is that something you see taking place? Is that what moves are being made about or no?
I would say that level of free agent would be the kind of guy they would target. Probably one of those. Corner or safety, I think both those guys would make – they have a great young safety in Javon Holland. I think that would make sense. Pairing him with a veteran, it would make sense, but – That's my guess is not a quarterback, just one really good free agent, and then use the rest on their own guys and kind of handling business.
Let's move away from Miami. Let's go to the New York Jets, who are obviously awesome to talk about right now because their fans are on cloud 50. And that could all change, obviously, if Aaron decides to retire as opposed to go back and play football. Sauce Gardner on his YouTube and his Twitch last night alongside Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, and they burned a cheese head that he wore after the game, and they kind of had a tradition, and they did a big recruiting pitch for Aaron. And then they also said that if Aaron was to come, there's a lot of package deals that people are talking about. What is this? What does that mean? Like, we immediately let off the show. As soon as we saw Thielen got cut, my first thought was like, oh, Thielen and Aaron are like very tight friends. Would that be something if Aaron comes back that Thielen would follow? And that couldn't have been what Sauce was talking about because Sauce was talking last night. What are you hearing about the Jets? And if Aaron is to decide to continue to play, which is we've been told still very much in play. Still very much in play. What is he talking about whenever he says that? And what do you think it is? And what are you hearing right now?
First of all, I want to get to the Packers in a second. My buddy Mike Garafolo just posted a Brock Purdy surgery update. UCL repair with an internal brace. The expectation is Purdy will begin throwing in 3 months, build up strength from there. That seems to be really good news.
Yeah, it's not full Tommy John. That is just like a helper in there or whatever.
Right.
So that's not 9 months. That's like the 4 to 5 allegedly, right?
Yeah, right.
Right. So for those people who thought he was going to be on track to start the season or around there, God, he looks like E from Entourage. Anyway. Doesn't he look just like him?
Yeah, worst character by far. Show could have gone on with a different person playing that particular character. But yes, I agree. He does kind of look like him, yeah.
Did you say worst character?
By far. Not even like a close second. Not even
Oh my God.
And now I heard he's doing business where
You're
they're
a
like,
suit, rap.
Like, hey, Eve from Entourage wants to do. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Is drama doing something?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
if drama's
that was
doing
a character.
Go ahead.
No, I would say, like, it is funny when people sort of, like, become their character. Like, the guy who's the president in 24 becomes, like, a spokesman on insurance, and you're like, you were also Pedro Serrano in Major League. So,
it worked. You've been there before. I appreciate the fact that you like this suit. I assume a lot of suits like you like the suit. And it makes sense why people like me were like, that's the worst character. What is but what are the package deals? What are the package deals that are being alleged in Sauce's mind? Do you know anything about that?
Randall Cobb was the one that I was thinking about. So Randall Cobb recently underwent surgery on the back of his ankle, basically just to relieve some pain and make sure that he is able to function. I think he wants to play again. People close to him believe he wants to play again. He wants to play with his guy Aaron Rodgers. That would be my thought. Now, the Jets kind of have a guy like that. They have Elijah Moore, who's awesome. But, if you're Aaron Rodgers and if you do want to come back, go to the Jets, then I would imagine they would say, oh, you want to bring Randall Cobb? Like, that's probably fine. And I wonder, like Mercedes Lewis, also his guy. Robert Tunyon, a free agent. There's some of his guys who are. I mean, I feel like Brady just did this, and we all sort of laughed like, "Oh, Brady's signing," and then it all happened. So, like, I could see a similar situation if he goes to the Jets, which he has not said that that's what he wants to do.
I would like to let everybody know that our scumbag Packers fan just kind of said, "Oh, well, whatever, go ahead, take them." Go ahead. It sounded like it was a whole new chapter in Green Bay. I just saw a highlight over here, and it reminded me, Odell Beckham Jr. is doing a workout in Arizona today for two teams, the Giants and the Patriots. Is that all being filmed and sent out to everybody, or how's this process going to go for OBJ, and how big's the market for him right now?
More than two teams.
Okay, who? Because I think we only heard Giants and Patriots is what we heard.
Giants. I'm not 100% sure the Giants will be there. Patriots make sense. Baltimore's been in the mix. Cowboys, I'm sure, will be there. I mean, I would imagine most teams are going to be there.
Who they send? Like a scout? Is it just like a scout they send? A camera? How's that?
It could be a scout. It could be a head coach. It could be a GM. Like, a lot of GMs are in the building, like in their own buildings. Like, I would imagine the Cardinals probably send someone of note, even though I don't know that they're going to sign him. Like, it's something that we will talk about, but I don't know that it truly matters who is being sent, because we're all going to have film. I mean, we're not, but they're all going to have film. And we're going to see, like, what does he look like? And he's got a window now. He's got basically 2.5 days to sign before anyone else can, or 3 days before anyone else can talk to anyone. I would imagine if Odell's signing, it's going to be relatively quick. And if he shows that he's still got the explosion that he had before, like, probably the top free agent. Like, look at the rest of the receivers are not great. Like, I think he's going to get a real deal.
Okay, so we think Odell Beckham Jr. deal is going to happen soon.
That is what I think, yes.
Okay.
Good to know.
Put it on the ticker. Thank you, Rap. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, we're actually not a free agent, but also another wide receiver that's probably the best in this, availability is DeAndre Hopkins. I saw something linking him to Baltimore. Are there any other teams in that? And then what is it going to take? It was reported a second and then maybe a conditional player or pick. What are you hearing about that?
As far as the trade compensation, I mean, a second would make sense. He's an older player, but he's still great. He's got amazing fashion sense. I mean, the interview he did with you guys was good, and I couldn't stop looking at his hat. I mean, I know he said other things, but to me, it was all about
hat.
The hat
Was sick, dude. He told me that I've never seen that fashionable of a cowboy hat. I had to put mine on, though. I'll tell you that as soon as I seen it, tip of the cap. Shout out to Pac-Man for getting D-Hop on. He never talks.
But when he does, he's very good, and that's if you cover him, like. When Hopkins is talking to the locker room, you're like, all right, like, I better listen. He's been working out in Dallas. Could they use another weapon? I would say they probably could. That would make sense. I would say this. A lot of the teams that were interested in Odell would also make sense for Hopkins. Like, Giants had interest in Odell. Like, they need weapons for their good young quarterback. Like, that would make sense. Like, there's not a lot of receivers in free agency. So someone like Hopkins becomes available, like, my guess is someone jumps up and trades for him because he's really good.
Is that just understood that he's getting traded? Because he said that he's just focusing on today, and then a lot of the internet reaction after D-Hop came on was like, oh, he's getting traded. I thought it was just understood that he was getting traded, and then whenever we were talking to him, it was like, I don't think he didn't really he said, I'm going to continue to do my job.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to stay on today. But he didn't allude to anything like he was definitely being traded. And the internet, like, there were certain parts of the internet that were like, oh, he must be getting, is he definitely getting traded? It seems like the right time to get traded if you're Monty, because he's got 2 years left on his deal. Yep. If you're going to try to start fresh, now granted, you're without fucking a guy who has 5X gloves, who changes the game. His name's D-Hop. That stinks. But you could see how Monty would want to start new, take the big cash hit next year, and then have a fresh cap basically in 2024 as a new GM over there trying to figure it out. Is that what's happening? Yeah. Is it understood, or what do you think?
I think you're reading it right from a business sense. Like, if you're a new GM and you inherited all sorts of cap issues, and not that Hopkins is a cap issue, but like, he is a player who probably should be on a team that's built to win right now. And, with the Cardinals looking at Kyler Murray missing some time to start the season, however much time that is, I'm not sure they're a win now team. Plus, I don't know how much they're actually going to spend in free agency. So, like, a reset makes sense. And I think that's why, I don't know for sure that he's getting traded, but usually when we spend months talking about a player being traded, almost never is it like, yeah, he's not being traded, we'll keep. Like, usually when you start talking about a trade, usually it ends up being traded.
Oh, the old smoke fire thing.
Ooh.
That's what you're saying.
That's the one.
Hey, if there's a lot of smoke, there's probably some real fire out
That's
there.
right.
You know what I mean? Especially if that thing's smoking for months and months and months. Maybe, is he? No. The Jets wouldn't just say.
Right.
Right.
With the Dolphins?
I mean, Dolphins, now Dolphins they got a lot of money invested in receiver. They got Tyreek, and then they got Waddle, who's great.
Agreed.
I wouldn't think Dolphins, Jets got a lot of good receivers. And that's why, like, your friend Aaron, like, the Jets, I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, I think I know, but I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
But the Jets are a good spot. Like, they really have some weapons that I think he would enjoy if he decided to go to the Jets.
A prophet named Wayne Carter once said, too much money ain't enough money. In the NFL world, too many wide receivers ain't enough wide receivers. It is the game. It's how you win. There's going to be an injury that's going to come. You're going to still need to have weapons. Excited to see what the Jets do to continue to potentially. What are you hearing on that front, huh? What are you hearing on your side?
So, all right, I'll share and then you'll share.
I don't know. I don't know anything yet. I still don't know. I think this weekend I'm going to get told shit, though. I feel like as soon as this show ends, I'm going to get.
Yeah, here you go.
I feel like there's a chance I'm going to get a lot of information, and then there's going to be like by Monday he'll probably forget. You know what I mean? Like I think that'll be that has happened before. But AJ knows I don't know shit. What do you know though that you've heard from the whole situation?
So here's what I know. The meeting went well. Everybody was positive. If he is going to go someplace, I believe it would be the Jets, they're the only team that has permission to talk to him. The only team he's met with. That obviously makes sense. Retirement is still a possibility. So as I talk about all of this, even if going to the Jets makes sense, I have to know that Aaron is not like anyone else. And if anyone would leave $60 million on the table, it is him. Retirement is still possible. All he needs to do is tell the Packers, trade me to the Jets. And if he does that, then they will facilitate a trade. That is what we are all waiting on. Like, is he going to do that? Or is he going to say, I'm retiring and walking away? Or then the third possibility, which is obviously less likely, which is him going, all right, I'll just stay with the Packers.
Okay, so that is kind of what our understanding is at this point as well. And you're just assuming the trade would be able to take place. It's not going to be like a big hang-up. Okay, that's go ahead.
No. I would just say, like, they'll have to figure it out. But when I don't even know who has leverage, like, if Rodgers says to the Packers, trade me to the Jets, they're not going to be like, okay, well, we're only going to trade you for 6 first-round picks. Like, they get out from the $60 million. Like, they can figure out the trade is what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll be excited to see how this all got here. Like, did the Packers say we definitely want to move on? Like, that's why retirement and Jets became, like, the whole thing. How did the whole – that's what I'm very intrigued. But that's why I can't wait for me to get information, because the information that I feel like I'm getting is going to come from a different angle. What's the angle? I think I'm going to get it from a different angle. But all we're hearing is your guys' angle thus far, and it sounds like it's retirement or Jets. Well, how many days? A couple more days, right? This has to happen.
I mean, free agency basically starts Monday at noon. He has said very publicly that he is not going to hold up business. It's,
These next 2 days.
All right.
Go.
All right, let's go, Ian. Figure it out. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Rap Sheet. So the dust obviously hasn't settled on that, but it seems like we kind of know where it's heading. So kind of all the quarterback dominoes have basically fallen into place. With Jimmy G, it seems like, at this point at least, everything we're hearing is kind of that it's almost like Raiders or bust, but then we've also heard that they're looking into Mac Jones, potentially trading for him. I don't know how real that is, but what is the latest you've heard on Jimmy G? Like, do we know what he's going to end up doing yet?
I've not heard about a Mac Jones trade. Would be very surprising. It seems like the Patriots are committed to him. I do think the Raiders will have some interest in Garoppolo. He's got some interested parties. I would imagine, the Texans would probably have some interest. I imagine the Panthers would probably have some interest. If the Jets don't get Rodgers, I would definitely expect they have some interest. That's probably his best, market. Like if they're willing to spend $60 million.
Are the Raiders in the market? Are the Raiders in the free agent quarterback market, or you think they're going with somebody young because they spend a lot of money on vets?
I think they'll be in the vet. I mean, I don't think it'll be crazy, but I think they'll be in the veteran market for, maybe one specific player who they might have some familiarity with.
Jimmy G or Mac Jones?
Mac Jones is not a free agent, but yeah, I would imagine they'll have some interest in Jimmy G.
No, I heard that there was a chance that somebody was boozed up in Indianapolis, probably the same place you were, and there was a conversation about McDaniels maybe trying to link back up with Mac Jones via trade.
I would be surprised about things have surprised me in the past. I would be very surprised about that.
Okay, how about the Lamar market? What's going on?
I have not heard. I don't have a team yet. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's extremely complicated.
Come on.
But I do not have a team yet. Now, I might not until they put in an offer sheet, right? But the value the argument has been on the internet streets, right? Everyone's been talking about it.
Streets.
Yeah, exactly.
Streets. If Pack is, because Pack was a large part of the argument on the streets, which you would know nothing about because you're just a straight up nerd. Anyways, go on, pal.
That's fair.
You didn't deserve
so there's a couple of things that are working against a team signing him into an offer sheet. A lot of people think Baltimore would match. So
no matter what?
I mean, only the Bears. I would have to look at the cap space, but
all right, here we got a graphic.
Yeah. Okay. So the Bears, the Falcons, and really that's it. Really, just those two teams could structure an offer sheet in a way that would make it almost impossible for Baltimore to match. My sense is the Falcons are not doing it.
Why?
The Bears have.
Do we know why? Is this not Artie Smith's plans? Like they were just in on Deshaun, right?
Oh yeah, big time.
Correct.
Is it because of the guaranteed contract situation, and that's why like Cleveland got Deshaun and Atlanta didn't? Like Atlanta proved.
I mean, I think that is some of it, yeah. Because let's say the Falcons. This is not happening, but I'm just saying. Let's say the Falcons say, all right, we're going to give Lamar Jackson a fully guaranteed contract. You have to hand over a check to the league office of $250 million, fully guaranteed right away. Like that is a disincentive for teams to do that. Plus, let's say you're the Falcons still, because you're still the Falcons, and you want to spend in free agency. Well, you're allocating $250 million to Lamar Jackson starting on Wednesday. You can't do anything else for 5 days until you know whether or not Baltimore is going to match. And let's say Baltimore does match, then you basically missed out on free agency.
Oh, so you're saying this is like a 2 week, 3 weeks from now. This will probably all start cooking off. They have until July 15th, right?
Yeah, I mean, if there's going to be a team, it's going to be basically one team that doesn't have a quarterback that just has to have one and does it.
And
I don't know that it's going to happen this week.
Both these teams don't, right?
All three of
Well,
them.
the Texans are going to get one.
Are they where?
Bears have
in
one.
the draft? Yeah, I guess we could just
In
say,
the draft,
they're going to get one. Like, yeah, you can
Steph
just, I
Curry.
guess you can do that. I guess you can get one in the draft, but like these three right here for sure need a quarterback. And look, they happen to have money.
They do.
Oh, it's wild that this is happening. You know that. We know that. The internet streets know that. It's fascinating with who Lamar is, how he's played football, that this seems to be a message about guaranteed contracts. That's what this seems to be. And I'll be excited to see where we end up and how this sets the NFL for the next 10 years, because I feel like it is going to happen. All you need is one owner, though, don't you, Ian? You need one owner to just be like, fuck it, I'll do it, like Haslam did with Deshaun, pretty much.
Well, right. And that's why, like, people, the argument has sort of been about collusion, which I'm not going to make any statements.
You would be a part of it because you work for the NFL.
I'm not making any statements on anything. I would just say this. Owners want to win. And the thought of everyone getting together on literally anything that would prevent anyone from being like, I'll just do it because I want to win. Like, we literally saw it last year.
Yeah.
Like, now there's a big decision, but last year everyone's like, do what you want. Like,
yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. And I think the timing of it is a good deal with the 5 days thing. If you make a deal right now, you're missing free agency. You're missing basically
a lot,
everything. So we got 2 weeks. So that means Lamar and Mom we got some time to
Get your ducks in a row.
Hit the channels
Reach
here.
out.
Kind of hit the channel. Say, hey, we want to do this. See how we want to do this. We're hearing from this team. Let's go. Let's work this thing. Let's hit these phones. Couple $100 million on the line here. Let's remember that. Life-changing money. Even if we got to lose a bite out of the apple. Still got a couple $100 million here.
Damn.
Let's go ahead and work that thing. Tone has the last question for you. I know you're very busy, and we're very thankful for your time you spent with us today.
Ian, there's a couple, few big-name running backs. The names have been linked to trades and or being cut. Of these guys, you think any of them are going to be different teams? Zeke, Joe Mixon, Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry?
Okay, Joe Mixon, I've not heard anything imminent as far as them releasing or trading him. Maybe down the line, but I would be a little surprised. Like, I could see them working something out, but I would be surprised if he's released. Zeke Elliott, they still have a decision to make, cap and cash and just performance. And, you talked about owners making the decisions on Lamar Jackson. Like, I would imagine Jerry Jones will be very involved in the decision for Zeke. That is his guy. What else? Dalvin Cook. I saw the rumors. We will see what they end up doing. It's a lot of money in a contract. It is a lot of money. I mean, same thing with Derrick Henry. Both awesome, both on second contracts. It's a lot of money. So I don't think it's impossible, but I think the worlds would have to unite for one of those guys to be dealt.
Okay, but it was like Derrick Henry is being dealt, and then it was like Derrick Henry's not being dealt. What you're saying, what Lombardi said, is like with how much he's getting guaranteed, with where the Tennessee Titans are currently with a brand new GM, he is certainly potentially a part of a phone conversation with GMs to the Tennessee Titans. Same thing with Dalvin Cook, because it feels like they're in the hunt, right? Aren't the Vikings currently? They're not in a rebuild. They're in the hunt. And
No. They're in a cap crunch. Like they had to just cut Adam Thielen. Like they're in a tough cap situation. So if anything happened, it would be, I'm sure, because of that. They also have Alexander Madison, who's pretty good, who's a free agent, who's younger. But Dalvin's awesome. Don't get me wrong. So that'll be an interesting decision coming up.
Anything we didn't ask you about that we should be asking about that may be showing up in your cell phone? Oh, he's got a vision board.
Yeah, check the whiteboard.
Check the vision board.
No, I think you hit on all the things. You guys are very thorough. Not so much you, but the other guys.
Dak Prescott and Zach Martin just redid their contracts to clear $30 million in cap space. What's that for?
Room to operate.
For who? Yeah, for what? Darius Slay?
Maybe. Not
OBJ?
I'm sure the Eagles. I'm sure the Eagles would trade him to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
A receiver would make sense.
Okay.
Now, I'm a little bit surprised that they restructured Dak instead of extending Dak.
Didn't he just do a deal like what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
He's in
Right, but 2 years left. They've talked about maybe extending him, but they didn't do that. They restructured, just basically move money around rather than do a whole new deal. But anyway, now they got some money, and then there's a couple receivers that we've talked about, so it'll be interesting to see where they go.
Potentially. All right, we appreciate you so much, or OBJ, depending upon how his workout is. We assume it's going to be great. Jerry Jones already in it. We'll follow along with your Twitter account all weekend. We're proud of you, and remember, you've prepared for this week. This is the time you get to show off, cuz that's what this is. This is the Rappaport victory dance this week.
Hell yeah.
Let us pray.
That's not the right attitude.
Oh, man.
But
Come
you'll
on,
crush
Rap.
it. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Rappaport. Everything's a mindset.
That's right.
Okay? You listen to Von Miller speak about why he's so good at what he is. Mindset.
Yep.
You listen to Tom Brady talk about things and how he frames them in his mind. Mindset. Everything is a mindset. If you've prepared for a moment, your mindset can either be, oh, I hope I didn't waste all that time preparing. I hope I don't ruin this moment. Or it can be, I'm prepared. I'm ready. I'm gonna dominate.
Yep, it's time.
How come Rap didn't have? What are we doing, Rap? He's at the top of the. He's the top of the food chain.
Yes.
Him, Shefty, right?
Oh yeah.
And he's got this defeatist mindset. What are we even doing, Rap?
That might be why, actually.
Can we send Rap some tweets, please?
Yeah, come on.
Telling him like, hey, you're ready for this, Rap.
Yeah.
Go.
You're ready for this, Rap.
They just need to get a cocktail into his system.
Yeah, probably.
Kind of jumpstart.
Oh, a little courage.
Yep.
Plus, being at the top of that mountain. You might be worried. Ari Mirov is biting at his heels right now.
Ari Mirov is a curator. Aggregator of information. Not an information breaker, I don't think. Two different gigs, both very vital to the digital sports space. But Ari had draft night.
Exactly. He was locked in.
Ari was in there on draft night.
Not to mention there's another horse in this race, Jordan Schultz.
Now, Schultze is somebody that you got to look out for.
Young and hungry.
He is young, scrappy, hungry, wealthy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is...
It's a dangerous combo.
Because he shouldn't be...
No.
The two
scrappy
middle
or
ones
hungry,
there.
right.
Yeah, that should not be happening with that last one and that first one.
He will take some shots, too.
Volume shooter.
He is not scared. I mean, Brandon Marshall announced that fucking Aaron Rodgers was retired.
True.
What was that? Last Tuesday.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yep.
That was bananas. I saw
Tells
it.
me he
Damn.
didn't.
He is?
He
Okay.
didn't know for sure.
I think somebody who told him that they were sure, which is why I think probably Ian is so, because this is like a time to prove whether or not your sources are legit or not.
Bingo.
Right? Because he doesn't know what's real, what isn't real. And if Ian Rappaport gets caught with a Schultze, that's damning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's done.
Can't happen. Ian also doesn't. Ian's going to tour here for the next week and a half.
Yeah.
Ian's not seeing his family or his kids.
Nope.
He is glued to two phones the next 10 days.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, you're going to commit that much time. You commit all this boozing.
What?
You need to at least celebrate what you committed your entire being to.
Great.
And we've all seen how high. You study high, take the test high, you get high scores.
Boom.
He networks drunk. He needs to maybe
Yeah.
break news drunk.
Exactly.
Pick up the bottle.
Get high scores.
Boom.
You know what I mean? Like that is something that he needs to start thinking about too, that you mentioned it. Ty had an evening last night, right, Ty?
Yeah, I had a couple cocktails, you know.
Ty's like
Nice.
maybe our most full-blown adult we have in here. He did like some real adult stuff last night. And then guess what he did? Showed up with the morning pickleball boys.
Oh, yeah.
Breakfast boys.
No, maybe the breakfast pickleball boys. I went to tweet hashtag BPBB, and it just did not
Didn't have
feel
the
as
same
good
panache.
No.
as MPBB.
Remind me of
Yes.
the oil spill, and I just hated that.
Yeah, you're right, because all the
Oh,
fish.
you're right.
We didn't like what happened to all
True.
the fish. So anyways, the morning pickleball boys, Ty's out there hooting with the Owls last night. Then he comes in and soars with the Eagles this morning. Thursday night, though, just grabs a couple whiskey.
Wide.
That's awesome. Those days are either really far ahead for me or very far behind for me. So whenever I heard that from you and I saw you this morning, fucking 8 a.m., I was very proud of you,
I
Ty.
appreciate that. Hey, I mean, you know, what are you going to do? Just a couple. Nothing crazy. You know, just kind of a nice little nightcap. And it does. I mean, I tell you, coming in here and working up a sweat in the morning is phenomenal.
It's been a pretty good little. We've only done it like a week now, I think.
It's my new favorite thing.
I think I'm going to be able to stick with it.
I love it so much. It's such a good game.
And I'm publicly promoting it, so it puts a little pressure on me to continue to do it.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Because, like, there's been a lot of things that we've said, yup, you know.
Sure.
And then we just, nope.
Right.
do
Very
it.
quickly. Sick of it. Let's move on. Waking up is one of them for me. Waking up, I'm a night guy.
Yeah.
I've always been powered by the moon,
Night
not by
off.
the sun. So I'm up 1, 2 a.m. That's completely okay. If I sleep till 7:30, 8, obviously the people that wake up at 6 and at 5 are going to dunk on me. You don't wake up till 7:30, 8 o'clock. It's like, well, I was up till you were sleeping.
Got a
right?
couple extra hours in.
Aren't we doing the same kind of
Same
thing?
scale.
So I've never really been a morning person. My wife, massive morning person. Absolutely loves the mornings. Wakes up, it's a new day. You know, like the whole thing.
Yep.
It is, you know, it has crept into my world. Like, hey, that's awesome. But this whole morning pickleball thing, early alarm clock for me. And I'm starting to see what all these old successful fucks that do the whole morning thing that have been battling against me, like telling me like you need to wake up.
Yeah.
You need to start waking up a little early as opposed to the 2 a.m. You need to start doing it. I'm starting to see watching the sun come up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's part of the reason why we're in the kind of the sweet spot right now where like it is easier to wake up. Like trying to do it in December when you wake up at 5:30 or 6 and it is pitch black out. It's like, fuck this. I'm going back to bed. I can't do it. Now you wake up at this time and it's like, oh, I can actually see daylight. You know.
To add on to your point, we don't got football Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights running until like 11:30 midnight.
That makes a big difference too.
So now's the time where we can really take advantage of being just regular fucking humans.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Flip the routine.
You're also pretty close to that natural 5:30, 6 a.m. alarm clock that's going to come.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, I heard.
Yep.
which is good. So I'm preparing.
Exactly.
I'm already getting ready for it. So I don't even need to add on that type of misery that certainly comes from a lack of sleep or waking up early. I've enjoyed it. It hasn't been bad. Get to talk to the wife a little bit before I leave.
Yeah.
Hang out with the wife. There's a little bit more as opposed to just, and then I'm out of here.
Read the paper, have a cig.
So kind of though. I mean, neither of those, obviously.
Right.
The modern
Read the Twitter.
the modern version of both of those things is happening, and then morning pickleball happens. Get a good sweat. Today, Foxy does this little dance with the time thing.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he's like fucking hokey pokey with it.
Okay, so not astute.
He's like, he's on time, but is he really? You know, in the building on time.
Yeah.
Dressed.
No, not ready.
Not Lombardi time. Let's put it that way.
Or any like football time at all. Like just he's in the building by the time morning pickleball league kicks off.
Right.
He is nowhere near ready though. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So this morning I got in a little bit earlier than the morning pickleball league because I wanted to get some things done before the morning pickleball boys tip off. So I did a full upper body workout.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Okay, because the other day I boxed 5 dudes in the Oculus, which is about to change forever. They got the little Ready Player One thing.
That thing's awesome.
Billy McComas found that. There's people actually fucking. You can do the movie Ready Player One now.
Yeah.
You hook into the Oculus, which is very real. Okay, now some of the characters in some of the games might look a bit Mickey Mouse.
Sure.
But they are 3-dimensional actual beings that are moving and everything. Now they have like a 360 treadmill that you can kind of walk and run on and do everything. It's only a matter of time.
Here we go.
It's only a matter. That guy is maybe 6 months away from having suck machine over here.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Meeting somebody. And on the other end, they have a dick machine over there.
Right.
And it's like, that's what Ready Player One became. Right?
Yeah.
And isn't that what Ready Player One was?
There's a world for it.
But I'm saying people are going to see that. Like, we're certainly buying one of those. But if everybody starts getting those, and then now we're talking about,
That becomes the new thing.
now we're doing it.
Big
Now we're a part of the problem.
Well,
We got to start buying real estate in Meta World.
See, that was a whole nother thing.
Thought.
true.
You mean buy dirt? But
Buy dirt. That's a banger, Jordan Davis.
Very good.
But I Oculus boxed 5 dudes. First time in there in a long time. And then I played pickleball. My arms were dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
And I used both of my arms in pickleball.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm old 2 forehands. So both arms,
Need them.
it was not good. It's the first time I lost in here, to be honest with you. First time I ever lost in
Part
here.
of my strategy.
So today I was like, I get in here early, handle what I had to handle, nice little conversation or whatever. And I had like a good 25, 30 minutes before pickleball's supposed to start.
Sure.
Okay.
What's so funny, Foxy? Oh, there's a stop sign here, he said. That's what he said the other day.
What?
Those stop signs are a real problem.
It is a problem.
We're in the middle of neighborhoods here. Okay, stop signs are really the only thing that it could be. That stop sign's a real problem. I said, you know what, I'm going to go get a little upper body lifting, a little bit of a pump. I'm going to train so that what happens on Monday doesn't happen again. Like, at least I can address it a little bit.
Hair.
I'll tell you what, first game today, that ball is not getting over that net. My upper body is weak right now.
I got to win the first game. That's my advantage right there.
I'm a fucking weak bastard right now. I do arm workout. I can barely lift a pickleball paddle. But then let's not get crazy. It came back on the other side.
So Fox is taking advantage of your time there. Yeah.
Yeah, he is kind of playing a game.
Yeah.
You should
He
see
knows
him.
you're going to work out and get tired.
I'm already dripping in sweat, pretty exhausted. He comes bopping in. 7:59, Bud Light bag. Well, I gotta go in here and set some things up, and then he's gotta go into the locker room. Then he comes out. And he's like, "Oh, let me get a water here. Let me wake up." I'm like, I've been hot, cold, and hot already. Foxy's young, spry, and fresh out of bed, and wait at the stop sign over here. Anyways, the mornings at the Thunderdome have been very active in here. We got music playing.
Yeah, bumping.
There's people golfing up there. Billy McComas actually wanted to play 17 at the Players and then wanted to play a couple other holes. Almost took Ty's head off.
Yeah. Be careful.
From the golf, he's a righty on the golf set. Think about that. So his back is to court.
Yeah.
His back is to court. Swing, sound. It wasn't ball off back.
No.
It was driver off deck.
Yep, big time.
Ball bounces wall. I don't know if it hits off Bailey, then comes flying out onto the court. And Ty's playing on.
That's weird.
That's the first time a righty has ever, I think anybody.
He's
has,
hitting the driver off the deck?
No, the driver
hit the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit about
'cause it
12
stinks.
inches beneath the ball.
Bill's really good at golf, so that's confusing.
Yeah, Bill was 280 off the tee on last Wednesday.
I believe it because he swung real hard and he's trying to get better too. He was trying to get up there and get work, and instead he almost broke both of Ty Schmidt's ankles playing pickleball because a golf ball was rolling on the court for the first time ever in the Thunderdome. It was truly remarkable what he was able to do.
It was. Can't have that happen. Can't become a common occurrence. And Bill did post a picture on Instagram, and it was like, Bill, maybe don't hold your golf club like you hold his baseball bat. That's kind of the.
Well, what is he doing? Because he's been golfing. He golfed for 7 hours the other day. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's literally he was grabbing that club like this. He's a hero. He fucking has pretty good swing.
Yeah, not bad.
Pretty good swing.
Well, he's holding it up there and he's towing the ball. So that's the issue right there, Bill. The club's long enough. Just hold it at the right spot.
But look at how much flexion he has in the front leg, and his legs are square. He looks like he has a good base.
Why
He's
is he
loading
standing
on
so
that
close
back
to the
leg.
screen?
Yeah, it looks like the golf club's going to put a hole in the screen, not the golf ball.
Oh, so he hit driver off deck, ball probably went off there straight to their pole
That's
to
just-
the pick. So that thing probably, right? If we're thinking here, that thing probably went. Jesus.
You think he moved too close? He moved close to the screen because that's not the first time that he has put
he's
it between
almost-
his legs and down onto the court.
When he's alone in here?
Yeah.
When he's getting his third workout of the day? First of all, Bill looks good.
He does.
Yeah, good fit
Bill
for
looks
sure.
really good. Freshly shaved, looks like Todd coming out of the Marines boot camp. This guy's been working out 3 times a day.
Yep.
He still's got a little sunburn from golfing 7 hours the other day.
Ridiculous.
Been buying into golf, been golfing a lot. Every time we golf, there's a chance Bill's going to come golf.
Bill's there.
It was never like that.
No.
It was never used to be like that. Bill is golfing there like the last year. He's picked it up. This ball went from, he hit, boom, here, scoops underneath of it somehow. This thing goes here, probably here, off pole here.
Yep.
Boom for Ty Schmidt's ankles. Is that what happened, Bailey?
So Foxy can testify because he was taking some photos of me. It turned out really good, and I found out the issue. But the first 2 swings, kind of okay. I hit the toe, but they still went. You know, it was a good 200 and a good 180.
There we go. Hey, here we go.
Okay.
So then I try to
Ball's
adjust for the toe, and I go, like you said, 6 inches underneath this ball. Hits the top of the sim, bounces out.
Oh, top of the sim.
Top of the sim. Yeah, I hit that thing like a 60 degree.
Bill.
So that's why it had the speed that it had coming out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for the way it was hit, it was smoked. You got to give me that. But in the sim, I am pulling my arms in
Yeah.
on the photos that Foxy sent me, and I'm terrified in there that I'm going to hit something.
Bill's swinging scared.
Yeah.
That's the
Come
issue.
on, Bill.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
and I
tough.
said once I got up there,
Bill, you think you're the issue up in there? Every AQ Shipley is what? A vanilla gorilla.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
Just a
now,
large.
granted, his reach,
Not.
Yeah,
No,
true.
about 30 inches.
No, 20
it was
and a
like
half.
it cost him like 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Like probably 6 rounds in the NFL draft. His whole thing. He's big body though.
Yeah, big body.
He's swinging real hard.
Good swing.
He has no fear at all of hitting. Bailey, get that out of your head. What
Yeah.
are you?
Come on,
what are you
Bill.
talking about?
I mean,
in your head, are you 6'9" in your head?
if I go up there with a 6 iron, you know, I'm flush. Once I get that big
Bill.
stick.
What?
Bill, stop lying to the people.
Bill.
Okay?
Come on.
Hey, Bill, you keep matriculating right down that golf course. You get that driver, you go 180, 200. You just matriculate your way right down that golf field. We appreciate you, Bill.
Baby
That boy,
Bill.
Bill.
Let's go, Bill.
That's why it took him 7 hours, he said.
Bro, yeah, that's
Some holes he just had to use a putt.
every yard.
Just putt it.
I love this new Bill.
Yeah, Bill's the best.
Bill's in here for the morning pickleball boys just to get some photos, do
yeah.
some graphics
Photo
for
Bill.
us.
I love this new office. We're really taking advantage of this
Yeah,
place
it's a
now.
lot.
I mean, the
Really
weight
come
room's getting
together.
worked, the pickleball's getting worked, the simulator's getting worked, and the TVs are getting worked. It's been great.
So I think, like, obviously during the season, we just kind of get trapped.
Yeah.
So you know what? Yeah.
And we're kind of like, that's when we were just dropped into this place. We had no idea what to do. Now it's like, oh, there's like a fucking morning pickleball league here.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of shit to do.
I assume there's going to be some sort of golf thing that's going to get set up there.
Oh, yeah.
It's good news.
Full shower, locker room, the whole deal. It's been
There's
awesome.
a lot going on in our world, though. Everybody needs to know that.
Very true.
There's a lot
A
happening.
lot.
After the Hawaii trip, you know, I got a baby on the way.
Yep.
There's a lot of things, you know, that are being kind of weighed and talked about. It's all for good. I think like no bad at all. But there's a lot cooking over here. We don't have full hiring a chef soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Chefs don't know this. We haven't reached out to anybody. We're down to like 6 to 7 chefs.
Yeah, we got a lot of really good candidates.
Yeah, like incredible. A lot of searching in social medias.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're doing a lot of research on people. Like because not only does the food have to be in our wheelhouse, we want it to be healthy. We want it to be good. Has to be in our wheelhouse though. There's some people that like we're applying that were way too good of chef. Like not that these chefs aren't. Yeah, that they're way too good of chefs.
Yeah.
Like we would feel horrible hiring you. Like you should not work for us. You should be winning like those stars and shit.
Yeah, Hell's Kitchen.
Yep.
Some of the people that applied for this gig, I was mind blown.
Legit.
Like, we were very pumped about it. We don't have a kitchen.
We do not have a kitchen.
What do we
Figure
even?
that out first.
What do we even?
They make those sweet trailer kitchens. Are fucking sick.
Okay, like we're down to a couple chefs that we're gonna hire and everything. It's like, all right, time to pull the trigger. And I'm like, all right, what are they gonna do every day? I tried to like walk through what their day would be like, what their life would be like, and I immediately was just like, they don't even fucking.
Oh, they're gonna be making peanut butter sandwiches.
We don't even have a full kitchen in this place. So we got to build one of those, I think. I think we got to do that. So the chef thing, we thought we were getting close. Turns out
might be a tiny delay.
we don't have anywhere for them to do the job. So that is going to be a couple months, I believe. But we're really starting to learn this place. There's a lot happening. Show will always happen.
Hell yeah.
Show will always be free. What will show will always be what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think those are the 3 main points. Other than that, it's a wild time to be alive right now.
Hell yeah.
I talked about this yesterday with, I forget who said it. They were talking about like public negotiation. We're talking about Kyler
Yeah.
and everything
Lamar.
like that. That Hawaii tweet, that was just a never-ending tweet.
Longest tweet ever.
Literally, the only reason why it was as long as it was is because Twitter just kept
They just let you go.
just kept letting me go. I'm like, all right, well, let me
The infinity symbol.
look at these whales out here jumping around. Sam, how you doing? Sam, you want to go to the pool? Yeah, let's go to the pool. While I'm at the pool, having a good time in there, coming back. All right, let's just keep this thing going, I guess. What else are we talk about? Still got time. Jesus Christ. That thing was just like it was literally like an hourglass.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it tells you how long you have. Do we know how many characters you could? I had to be near the end, right?
I don't think there
I
is
think
an
you can go because it just has the little like web link now where it's like I think you could go as long as you want.
A lot of people read that. And a lot of people that I would have never expected read that and then like reached out. And then it's like, is there a chance maybe to make this show better? Like in the way that we do it? You know, because there was some stuff that publicly happened during the season, let alone what's going on right now. But like the PAFL stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences.
Like there's a lot of situations that just arise that because we have no anything with anybody, like and really it's just us out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great. Me sitting on a few of those calls, like 4 or 5 straight days sitting on like hour and a half calls. Me being the representation and like that's a hilarious thing that had to happen. But that's like 7.5, 8 hours of my life added on. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things.
More shit.
So that particular tweet led to some conversations that made me have some thoughts, and then I run it by everybody. I'm like, are you thinking the same thing I'm thinking? How do we do this? And it's like we've gotten to a point pretty quickly here where Up to Something season is we're in dead middle probably of Up to Something season right now. Like maybe even
Almost to the All-Star break.
yeah, maybe, yeah, absolutely. It is. Everything's moving and escalating quickly. And the only reason it happens is because you people watch. And I feel like every time I talk about this type of shit, no other show does this, right? No other show does this. Huh. But I think it's like a very important thing to know, like, because you guys are the reason why it's happened. And we've talked like this since the very beginning. Like people have been with us for 5, 6 years, 7 years, maybe even people that follow my Twitter for the last like 15 years. Like I feel very obligated to let people know like what's going on, how it's happening, why it's happening. I feel like I'm a rather transparent person whenever it comes to stuff. I think my Twitter account was always a super transparent Twitter account. That's why it did become what it was, and I was very thankful and lucky. And Twitter is a cool app. I've been through 3 different regimes of Twitter. Always.
It's the best.
It changes. Each one changes. You realize changes, and then you just kind of, oh, can I still tweet? Yep. Can I still learn everything faster than everywhere else? Okay, can I connect to this person? I'm gonna still do it. So like, there's been people that have been riding along for a long time. So I feel obligated to say that. Know that the next one is hilarious. This next one.
Electric. Yeah.
And we're very grateful, very thankful. But I think we're gonna leave a real impact.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'd say.
I think like change some stuff.
It's a goal.
I think there's a chance. So that's where we're at. And then in hour 2, we got a menace.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Also, I haven't talked about it. We sound so good again.
Yeah, these microphones.
It's unbelievable. I don't know what happened.
You've done a great, unless I can't hear it.
No, I
there's
can't hear
music
it.
right
There's
now.
no music.
There it is.
Hell yeah.
Everyone, because you guys will hear music sometimes, and I certainly would not. But I think it's all fit.
It feels like we're in sync.
Sounds pretty
now.
damn good.
Yeah.
So we're using the whole thing.
Got more lights.
More lights that we put in
Yep.
and placed, even though we don't have degrees in that.
No.
And obviously, we're the professionals.
Sure.
We didn't get we did the whole thing. And then now we can hear each other.
It's pretty wild.
Are we a program?
I think we're a program.
Thank you, Zito. Thank you, Jay.
Zeke dropped in my ear yesterday, actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's never happened. Right?
Just in my, it actually kind of shocked me. Yeah, just in mine, I was like, holy shit, when Dana White came on.
So Zeke came in your ear?
Yeah, came all over my ear. I was like, Zeke, thank you.
Zeke, what do you say? Jeez, you guys are so cheap.
That's actually, I think that's what he was reenacting what he said. That's what he did.
Hey, Dana had some shit to say.
Yeah.
He really went hard.
And he
in a pretty mellow mood.
Yeah. Knew what he was going to say.
Dude. We haven't even started doing live shows yet. I mean, there's so much. Touring is out there. Live shows in here are still out there.
Yep.
Maybe a little makeover in here.
Yeah, like actually, what do we want this place to look like? Because it's pretty corpo looking right now.
color.
Blank canvas.
Got to get some color.
Yeah,
mix
I
it
mean,
up.
look at all that empty space. Did you guys move in too early? Well, actually, a couple months late.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yes.
But still too early.
Anytime we would have, though, probably would have been too early. That should have been a part of the construction.
Yeah.
The decorating.
Got the PMS time CFB up there
I mean,
still. That's
gotta-
sweet.
you gotta
That was a craft.
It was.
That was a craft. That was made right
Yeah.
here. Tim McAfee.
You gotta get the big stuff done, and then you'll get the little intricacies as we go along.
That's a lot of space. You know the dims of that? Look at the dims. Those are big dims.
I couldn't even get
Unreal.
into that.
Zeke, a lot of dims.
12 by 12.
We actually found out all the dims of these walls.
That's right, with a laser dim machine. We got the dim.
We're
dim.
dimming hard.
Damn.
So
The
hard.
lays dim.
All those walls, by the way, were not in here. So like that, everything pretty much that you see had to be built. And
It was an empty igloo.
the construction, the dudes worked their asses off. We're in the middle of a logistics nightmare too, I guess. Like in the country, it was like the worst it's ever been.
Evergreen.
With materials and supplies. People worked their fucking dicks off to get in here. But it was like, I don't think I'll ever want to do that again.
Oh, it was a nightmare. There's no
Yeah.
two ways about it. But I think, tech in general, when you have to like actually build a studio, it's like there's no way it wasn't going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, those people worked their asses off too.
For sure.
And it was like, who knows how many tests there's supposed to be, and because it was like 6 months, we'll be able to find out everything. Which I guess
Kinda.
Just about.
kinda is the time length that you shoot at. It's like, is this how everybody's got to do it whenever they build? And is that why nobody builds in studios?
Potentially.
That's maybe another thought of it all.
Or
Anyways,
if they build them, they leave it to someone else. Like, hey.
I got a brand new studio. You're gonna love it. Come on in. We're not leaving the Thunderdome for some time, though. I'll tell you that.
No.
No reason to after how this place has been built, but we're lucky for it. We're thankful for it, and it's all because you people that watch. Speaking of you people, I know you people love this guy that's going to be joining us in 5 minutes. The biggest menace in town, in any town that he resides. AJ Hawks in 5 minutes. Be a friend, tell a friend. Take 5.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh! Tried. That's a good one to win on.
Hey, we're up to something big. Hey, we're up to something big, AJ. We are up to something. This is the coolest moment of the history of my existence. I think people are going to be startled. It's a joke, and I can't thank everybody enough, honestly. I'm up to something.
It is a big time day. Let's go. Not only are we going back to Plum to do something cool, but today is the day that our heater horse has arrived for the Super Bowl.
This is a pretty big deal.
You know, whenever you get a chance to give back to where you're from, especially a place that helped create me and mold me, I'm very, very lucky to do it. I'm lucky to be from here, and it seems like the only smart thing to do would be give back.
Stinks here, huh?
What's up, Kennywood, dude? Kennywood is named after Kenny's Woods. A man named Kenny owned the hill in the woody area. They turned it into an amusement park, which is a Yinzer staple. So Jeezy actually shouts out this area we are in currently. I think life can be much simpler whenever you just take care of your people, enjoy your life, and do your thing, and that's all we're trying to do. You know, growing old, slowly dying. How about you? How's everybody? I'm gonna give a full lead up to how I got to where I'm at. I think I'm very lucky to be from here. If you're a kid that has walked through these halls, you understand something that not a lot of people do. I think Plum is a much different place than everywhere else. And there's Nick up there. Go look at Nick, how pissed off he is. This past summer, I was driving through here because I was here for an event, and Angelo Bolino, little blonde-haired kid, was kicking on the same field that I used to kick on as a child. And he had like 2 balls in a holder. And I was watching him kick, and then he would go shag for himself, and then he would come back and kick. And the easy question is, if he had 10 balls, how much better could Angelo Bolino be? If I would have been able to have 10 balls, 15 balls, new cleats, new everything, chances to go to camps with my teammates and everything, what could have happened? So I said to myself, literally after meeting with Angelo, great season, by the way, dude. I said, if I ever get a chance, I'm going to try to take care of the potential humans and kids that were in my exact position in Plum. I'm going to give $200,000 to the Plum area soccer. I'm going to give $150,000 to the PMFA youth football. I'm going to give $100,000 to the baseball youth. I'm going to give $100,000 to the lacrosse. And then we're going to have $2 million in this fund that'll just start. And hopefully it'll only go on from there. Sweet stuff for sports. Just anything to make everybody's, you know, the teams and the players' lives easier, better. Trying to streamline the entire process of taking care of the athletes at Plum High School is kind of what it's all about.
Hey, you too. Wow, dude, that was cool.
All right, Narani, like the Indy. You're going to have a lot of people that have never accomplished anything in their life tell you that what you're thinking about doing isn't possible. Just because they don't think they could accomplish it doesn't mean anything to you. Cheers, everybody. Hey, we're all Mustangs here. Let's go.
Hey, look it! From Wee-Man! I think he learned something from Brock. And Wee-Man back in the ring. He's stalking Sammy. Listen to this place. Oh, to the kneecap. Wee-Man so active. Oh, look at this. Body slam. Wee-Man body slamming Sami Zayn. Wee-Man used to kick himself in the face. Are you kidding me? Now he's body slamming Sami Zayn.
Hey. One.
Let's go.
This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it!
What the fuck are you doing?
Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Feel Good Friday, March 10th already. Hour 2 starts right now.
Feel good.
Friday is what we are participating in. It always is a nice little feel-good Friday to wrap up the week. How about this week when the Toxic Table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt and one half of the Hammer, Dahn, Cowboys, Tone Diggs, and I got to share a stage with Adam Pac-Man Jones.
That was nice.
Pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah. Legend. I mean, I got to beat him in pickleball, so wait till you guys do that because it's awesome too.
Connor talking a lot of shit to Pac-Man Jones immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Which I thoroughly enjoy because through my travels, I've gotten to meet people, and I think the way people talk to those people is very different than how I talk to these people.
Sure.
Just like now Connor's a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, I did a little too much. Even, looking back on it last night, I was like, boy, I probably should have got smacked, punched in the face a couple times, but hey.
No, I don't think that, but certainly there was probably a couple where people were like, what the fuck
Shut
is wrong
the
with
fuck
you?
up.
Yeah, there was probably a couple of those, but he didn't.
No.
Right, he started talking shit directly back. He fit in here perfectly.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just
Good
like
vibes.
Very rare.
That is very rare. It was awesome. It was incredible. I can't wait to hear the thoughts of the man that is joining us right now out of an attic in Ohio. A guy who's a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup champion, COVID survivor, father of 10, and a man, maybe the only one, who truly knows exactly what's going to happen in the Aaron Rodgers situation. We know that because I went back and watched the video because Aaron Rodgers liked the tweet that says AJ knows what's going to happen.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's AJ Hawk. AJ, explain yourself. What do you know?
Hey. What's up? Hey, it's going to be tough for Batali to be cooking with no kitchen in there. It's a shame.
Jesus Christ.
Who's that?
This guy just can't get off the Mario
Famous
Batali kick.
Oh,
he's
the
got-
You said he had a lot of high-profile chefs. I would imagine Guy Fieri, all of them.
So Guy
Put their name in the
Fieri,
hat.
please.
Yeah.
He doesn't have time to be our chef. He's got 45 restaurants and Triple D. Okay,
right.
so I don't have that. There's no way we would allow him to accept a role with us, even if he wanted it, because we'd say, Guy, the world needs you.
That's right.
Okay?
Well, he spit in your face, too.
No, he thought he'd make me famous. That was a compliment, I thought.
Just trying to help you.
Yeah,
You're much more famous now than you were then, so hey, it worked.
boom. And he was super cool. We got to have a beer? Was it beer? I forget. It was a beer together.
Donkey sauce
Yeah.
in the cup, right?
Yep, that's
No,
right.
there's no donkey sauce.
Donkey
and
sauce
Tito's.
whiskey.
No, it was not. It was great. It was incredible. He's got that guy's driver DoorDash delivery garage.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Hey, they
Nailed
got
it.
some bangers in there. Guy needs to continue to do what he's. I don't know who you're referring to. Sounds like a paisano. There were a lot of paisans that did sign up, and I'll tell you what. I didn't read through every resume, but the ones that were presented to me, if there was a little paisan feel, certainly said,
Wouldn't hurt.
all right, I'm going into reading this with a much better. And I'm only saying that from my personal experience because I grew up in Pittsburgh where everybody's Italian and Italian food is everywhere. in the city.
Italians seem to love to cook too, and they love bringing the family together and having those family meals. So I get it.
Yeah, just it's nice to have the Italians around whenever there's food. Then you move to Indiana. Not a fucking paisano anywhere. The closest one is Andretti because he won the Indy 500 a bunch of times. He don't live here.
Nope.
He lives in Pennsylvania. So like it is. Whenever I see some resumes that have the Italian name on it, I do go like, let's take a look. Let's dive into this one a little bit because I've been with paisan cooks. I've been without paisan cooks. I've survived. Clearly, I am still alive as a human. But boy, it was great when there was some opportunity to at least enjoy a little bit from the boot country.
Sure.
Little bit from the boot country.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, don't get lost on Fazzols now. I know we don't have what.
I don't know if.
Best breadsticks in the business. Right
Carl T. Howard Zelli.
Well, I thought his name was Leonardo Fazzolini.
That is his father.
Okay, yeah. We don't know if Mr. Fazzols is available.
Okay, well, that's a bummer.
But there's another guy
that doesn't exist.
Whoa!
Tony, you said last week Fazoli's gravy is better than anything I've ever had.
Boom.
Oh!
Everyone here
He did
knows
not
that.
say that.
He
You
did.
should have
No.
took that
He
down
did.
a couple
What?
steps.
He did.
No,
Yeah,
there's no way. You
Probably should have softened it a bit. You're right. You're right.
Unbelievable.
You
But
went
we
too
all
hard
know
there.
Fazoli's
The best
came from
gravy I've ever
Gretzky's.
had.
Some place called Gretzky's in Kentucky, and they had to change the name because the people in Kentucky were confusing it with the hockey player.
Yeah, Waynini Gretzini is the one that Tony's talking about, so they changed it to Fazoli.
You need to watch your mouth. We need to see your 23andMe before you start
show
doing
you.
what you're doing right there. But Ty, just too hard.
I know.
You know
I
what I mean,
know.
AJ? Because obviously it's not going to be the best gravy, also known as sauce to the whites and everybody else, like the best that he's ever had in his entire life, because that is like the Super Bowl of Italian shit.
Right. Especially when Coach Diggs makes a mean sauce. I know that.
Because I was excited to hear if he had given up some on
Little
Fazoli's.
leeway. Well, he loves their piping hot breadsticks. He'll admit that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yep.
Unlimited.
Amen.
Unlimited.
That's right, baby.
Like OG.
really tough for you to get in there, AJ. There's sometimes I think about that. I'm like, well, it sucks for the guy on the other side of the screen right now in an attic in Ohio. But there was a lot happening there. I legitimately, this would be a big moment in our show's history, thought that Tone said something nice about Fazoli's.
He did not.
What?
That's why when Ty said, just last week you were, I'm like, okay.
Really?
And then he goes straight to the, it's like,
Yeah.
clearly not true.
Should have softened it.
I can tell you the Italians at the World Baseball Classic are killing it right now. Not only are they winning, but they have a sweet espresso machine in the dugout so that they can have espresso while they are playing. It's pretty. I mean, they are dominating.
Are all their bats horns?
Yeah,
Like they swing the Italian horn?
Yeah,
Their gloves are leather, like
Actually,
driving
the
gloves.
one pitcher had a big Malloy Italian horn charm on his shoe. I mean, they're killing it there.
All right, good luck to the Paisans.
Go get them. They're going to get killed.
What's the news of the day, AJ? You know everything about Aaron. Aaron's liked the tweet that you said that you knew, so that means that you know. What do you know? And just tell it. Let's just get it. You know what I mean? Let's just get
Get
this.
it out there. Yeah, I know that
cool.
there's nothing has happened. There's no updates on my front from my perspective.
Oh, so you do know.
From yesterday or just in general?
Just in general. What do you mean?
Okay, so now it's a lie. You did exactly what Ty did.
Boom.
Like if you would have said, "There's no up," bingo. You know.
he's
This,
smirking.
this is literally what just happened.
So stupid.
You should have said from yesterday.
Okay, if Aaron knew, don't you think he would tell people? I would imagine when he has come to a decision, he will let the world know, correct?
Put it on the ticker. Okay.
Boom.
Okay, so there it is.
tell
All right,
people.
thank you, AJ. Thank you, AJ. Golly, good for us.
Good update. We
Got to
needed
the
that
bottom of
big
it.
time.
When
before the
Aaron
weekend.
knows, he will update everybody.
Yep.
That hasn't even been said.
It has.
Isn't that common sense? Like, hey, if he knew, do you think he's just going to hold it a secret for a week or two?
It's 2023. What is common sense? You know what I mean? Like that is a real
good point.
That's a real
Good point.
question nowadays. But
Yeah.
that coming from you, I think, is a big deal. Like
Huge.
now people know that Aaron does not know.
Still pondering.
When he does know, he will make a decision. Because there's some people that think like he is, people that hate him that are like, oh, this guy's, holding people, Like I think there's
When he knows for sure, I would imagine he's going to let people know. You think he wants to sit on it and sit there longer with it?
he just sit on it with a DMT vape
What?
and an ayahuasca tea.
What?
And then an LSD little square.
What?
And then the whales are out there frolicking. But are there's actually longboarders? Because I am on 3 different types of hallucinogens. That's awesome. I can't wait to hear what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, a FaceTime screenshot has been released by Sauce Gardner. It is he and Odell Beckham Jr., who is sporting a fantastic dye job on the top of his head in moments, I would assume, before his workout for the NFL that is taking place today in Arizona, chit-chatting. This follows Sauce Gardner doing a lot of Aaron Rodgers recruiting last night alongside Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson, where they actually burnt maybe a little symbolism for Aaron Rodgers. Burnt a cheese head in a fire, stood around it, and made some statements on Sauce's YouTube and on Sauce's Twitch. And Sauce also said, there's package deals all over. If this thing happens, you need to know. So can we piece those two together? Is that what we're doing right here? Is that what Sauce just did? Or what is this just Sauce wishing good luck to Odell Beckham Jr. for his big workout today, Connor?
Yeah, it's Odell Beckham Jr. going to the New York Football Jets, and I don't want to say it. I don't want it to be the case, but that is clearly what is happening right here. Odell Beckham.
They don't have a quarterback, right? What is it? Strafolsky?
We know that Strafolsky, 1, is, Taysom Hill times 8. And then 2, we know that Aaron, although he hasn't made a decision, if he's playing, he is going to one place, and that's the New York Football Jets, because that's what Rap Sheet just told us. And from last year, I believe around free agency time or towards the end of the season when, the Odell sweepstakes were still going on, Aaron did mention, hey, me and Odell have thrown around the idea of us, playing together. And I believe there was a photo brought up of them two hanging out. And
oh, yeah, they look so cool.
And not to mention Odell's hair looks awesome, like a snow cone. But if Aaron, while he's eating all those hallucinogens, were to look at that head,
oh my God!
Oh my, that's great.
So you think Odell's walking in the room going,
"Boom, Aaron, look at this! Oh, this is the greatest trip of my life."
It's like when Doc Ellis pitched.
See, nobody else is exactly
for the Steelers. Yeah,
what was for the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Pirates,
Perfect game, tripping balls. That's wild.
Yeah,
that happened. Could you imagine if any other sports show said what Connor just said? Well, Odell actually has his hair painted the way it is.
True.
Because he's going into Aaron's hallucinogen state, and he's going to make him mesmerized. Yeah, that is crazy to think about, though, because Odell Beckham Jr., Ian Rappaport just reported, he's probably going to be the most highly sought-after free agent in the entire market right now. Now, D-Hop, obviously, allegedly available for trade. I think we all assume he's going to get traded, but then yesterday there was some conversation after he came on the internet, like, guess he's going to be traded. I didn't know that was still a conversation or a discussion that was being had, but Ian said if there's smoke, there's fire normally when we're talking about this. So D-Hop and Odell Beckham Jr., the top two, right? That's a great free agent. Two teams, or the same team maybe, if you pull the trigger, can get very good very quickly at a very important position that you need depth. We're all worried it's going to be the Chiefs, right? Like that's just kind of how we all view this thing, AJ. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I guess they're a similar age, aren't they? Both those guys? D-Hop he's played 10 years. How long has Odell been in?
I don't know. That's something I'm not great
Either way, like what kind of deal would they get?
30.
2 or 3 year deal, you think?
Yeah, I would assume. I would think these older guys, they would.
Both studs. They both can play. I mean, they both can still play at a very, very high level, I feel like.
Both 30 is what Tone Diggs just said. A lot of research happening behind computers and keyboards. That's just like Adam Thielen. He's 32. Now, listen, we are not saying that Adam Thielen, D-Hop, and OBJ are same wide receivers.
No.
We are not saying. Now, granted, Adam Thielen was running like 4.3 at one point, doing every single route tree, doing his thing. This past year wasn't his best year, but Justin Jefferson, who he's also on the same offense as, had 180-some yards. Do you think there's a chance that because of the other weapons that were on the field, there was also a lot better opportunity for the greatest wide receiver, we would all agree, Justin Jefferson in the league, right?
For sure.
There's going to be some wide receivers that aren't happy about that.
They do.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah. But that's like
in the conversation.
But in there, nonetheless. Thielen wants to go to a contender, allegedly, is what they said. How come it feels like one team's probably going to get two out of three of these guys?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, wouldn't it make sense if for some reason Aaron goes to New York and he plays, that Adam Thielen goes there as well? Seems like a guy that they already have a great relationship. We know that.
Led the show with that. Like, literally, Adam Thielen, no, don't worry about watching it, but you and me thinking exactly the same way there. Like, as soon as I see Thielen's up, I'm like, well, just as somebody that's been around Thielen and been around Aaron, it's like these two, like, very much like each other.
Yeah.
Like, they have known each other very well.
Both are crazy about, like, how they prepare, how they view the game. I mean, you listen to Thielen talk about how he views golf and how he prepares his golf game. When we see him out in Tahoe, that dude, he approaches it like he's a professional golfer, and we know that's exactly how he approaches his real job, football.
He takes football and then just applies the exact same thing for golf, which is why he'll probably be a pro golfer at some point. Like, Thielen will probably be a pro golfer at some point. I honestly believe that. And I know, like, people say, and Aaron said, oh, I just want to see one success story where a guy was a football player, anything, and goes on to be.
He's my leading candidate. I know I always say it's impossible. They're not going to do it, make the Champions Tour. If anyone could do it, I would put my money behind Thielen.
Think about how good he is, and he's a professional fucking football player right now. Like, let alone whenever he has
and he
the
loves
time.
golf. Like, he loves all the golf stuff that I would never do. Like, he's out there putting 4 hours before his round. Like, he does all of this.
Range guy.
Yeah, he was on the range long time. He was on that putting green, though. I remember going over.
He's on the putting green on the day he wasn't even playing golf. He just came up to putt and chip. Like, he wasn't even playing that day.
We stopped by the putting green 2-3 minutes, probably.
On the way to, it's right behind the first tee. That's where we would.
Yeah, but we went like 2-3 minutes, probably. Like as the guys about to
maybe
announce
90
our-
seconds. Yeah.
Should have done a little bit more time over there.
But it never. But though, it never. No matter what you do before the round, no putt ever feels like it would feel on the practice green.
And that's because we're not good enough.
It actually matters, and it matters too.
It sounds like that's because we're not good enough putters. Because
I would imagine pros would tell you the same though. Like when every putt truly matters, everything is just different. It really is.
So this is why I think I could get good at it sometimes, because like punting and kicking, pretty similar to like all those actions, like what
Same
having
thing
to,
over and over again too. Yeah,
it's a boring thing you have to get good at, but you also like have to control what you're saying to yourself in the moment. Like you have to be able to do that. I don't know if I'll ever be able to. I've been kicking a ball since I'm like actually like 3 years old. Probably.
Very similar nerves though. Very similar like anxious feeling you could get being. You're singled out, you're kicking a field goal to win a game or whatever. That's very similar to how golf shots would be when they truly matter. Like coming down the stretch on 18, you got to get up and down to win the thing.
So for me, like, I've been kicking the ball for so long, I think that was why I was able to, I was able to just like in the moment. So what I'm saying, like for those pros, like if they have it all down to a science what they're doing, I bet you there's a lot of them that the putting green is exactly what the round is like. Like I could get myself mentally to a place in practice that was the same in the game. Like that was a cool time. When you get to that point, it's a lot of fun. Oh my God, that was the best time I've ever had. That was whenever I was doing, that was like the last 4 years of my career pretty much. It was awesome. I just knew what was gonna happen. I knew where the ball was going. The amount of confidence I had was just like through the roof. And it was because I was just so plugged in to exactly what my technique was. Like, if I do this, this is going to happen.
You were confident because of your preparation, because you've done it a million times before. And when you do that, you can let your instincts take over. Like when you do all the little things, like every day in practice, all those little dumb fundamentals, then you let your instincts take over in the game.
That's so real. It's very like preparation is the reason why people ease their nerves. Like Peyton had that quote.
Confidence.
What did Peyton say? Pressure is for people that don't know what the fuck they're doing or something like that. I think he said something like that. Like, and he would over prepare, like over and over and over prepare to be there for it. I don't know if there's enough years in a human body for me to get to that point in golf. Like
golf's too difficult, like day to day. You see pros go out there and shoot a 67 one day and then they shoot a 78 the next day, and you can't really figure it out, and it's all a mental mind game on how to figure it out.
Hold a hole, bro.
Yeah.
You have one bad hole. Now, that's amazing that Kitayama was able to win with a 7 on 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
You put that 1-7 up, though. You're fucked. You're not winning. You're done. That's one hole. That's one fucking hole you do.
All it takes is one errant shot out of all your whole round, one shot that just goes deep into the woods or whatever, and you're punching around out there. Oh, here we go. Give me an 8.
Yeah, not OB. Ball has been found. Here it is. Like you can take a drop or you can make this crazy shot. Boom, you duff that into another spot. It's like all of a sudden you're fucked forever. I don't know. Like Thielen being as good as he is at golf now, while also being a professional football player, and we know his story, how hard he has had to work to become a professional football player. So I'd assume his off-field shit is very, very heavy. I'd assume.
Thorough.
He does have a chance, I think, to maybe become a fucking guy whenever he's done and he's able to commit that time. That's a lot of time he's going to have to put into that thing.
Well, and like I can't remember who it was, but they just showed someone's scorecard from the players today. Got an 8 on the island green on 17, and then 18 is technically, according to the handicap, the toughest hole on the course. He went out and birdied it, right? I mean, he fucking pumps 3 into the water on a hole that's 134 yards or whatever, turns around and birdies the toughest hole on the course. Like,
makes no sense. The sport makes no sense.
Didn't you see Brooks Koepka in that first episode of the Netflix deal? Like that dude going through it. Man. He's like, man, I don't know how to play golf anymore.
Okay, so I think it's been enough time, right, for that being out for us to talk about?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Okay, so full swing.
Yeah, I don't think that's a spoiler one.
There's no spoilers in that docu-series that they did.
No, but I didn't want to shape people's thoughts going into watching it. Like I don't want to give anybody like opinions going in.
I felt for him. Made me like sympathize with Brooks. Like, oh, man, this dude, he truly loves it. He wants to be great, but he shows you like the struggle it takes to be great.
Completely understand why he took $100 million.
Yeah.
You're going through that. You have no idea if you're ever going to be able to hit a fucking golf ball again, pretty much. Yep.
You're seeing like 17-year-old kids get exemptions shooting 68 in pro events. Like there's so many people coming up too that are better and better.
And he's competitive, super competitive human still, just can't figure it out at the moment. Going through a slump happens to everybody. Feels like there's a chance that this guy believes he might never win again.
Yeah.
Like as you're watching, that's like what you're like, this guy feels like he's never going to win anything ever again. And it's like, then he's offered like $100 million. That would be it almost like explained
why he went
a lot more, like Poulter as well.
Yeah,
For sure.
Like
Poulter, yeah, where he's at in his career makes complete sense.
His family.
all he wants to do is make the Masters.
He's trying to make it. He's trying to keep his tour card on the PGA. Like he knows he goes to live, he gets big money up front, and he plays less events.
Hey, here's $50 million.
Sounds good.
Okay, all right. It was a very, I think, pretty eye-opening in that particular fashion. If that makes sense, go ahead, Connor.
Well, even for Dustin Johnson, like they went into it with him, and that was a different episode later on. But it's like, hey, I got 2 kids. I've had a lot of success in the PGA. I love what the PGA has done for me. But at the same time, like you're telling me, would anyone would make more money and work less and
His
not
mindset
take
was
that?
a little different because his was that. His was like
more money, less working.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The other guys were like
That's what Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
More of this, good.
Keep it simple. Keep it real simple.
Less of this, don't love as much. That's good.
I'm gonna take that.
You would too. Thank you. I've won everything that I've wanted to win. Well, he was a South Carolina guy, so when he won the Masters, it was a massive deal, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like, right, that's like an hour drive or something like that.
Coastal, I believe.
Yeah, and he went to Coastal. Yeah, exactly. Eastern, ECU?
Yeah, it was either ECU
Or Coastal. No, man, it might have been Coastal. I remember they showed a video of him walking. He looked so cool in the costume. Looked so cool in the costume. So he's won that. He's won other tournaments. He's made money. He's married with kids. Like, he almost would have been like an early retirement, maybe.
Exactly.
Like, he might have been an early retirement, but instead he's like, they're giving me, what are we?
Deej wasn't lacking confidence though. His was work less, make more money. Yeah, I'm in. The other two, Poulter and Brooks, were like, I don't know if we're gonna fucking making money anymore winning. So let's go make guaranteed money for sure.
Yeah, and I think it makes a lot more sense.
Well, and Mito was another guy, Pereira, that they did at the end. Like he blew one PGA championship, and you got to assume that thought goes through your head. Like I might never get that opportunity going into 18 on Sunday with a chance to win a major. So I might as well take the money that Liv's giving me. Because if I continue and if I fall off a cliff and suck, Liv's not offering me this amount of money because I suck at golf again.
Yeah, and the PGA's changed, right? Because of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, big time.
Oh yeah,
They've
changed
become
a lot.
Everybody's making money every weekend you come play.
Yes.
Right? For the big guys?
Elevated events. Yeah.
Designated.
Big events. You guaranteed top players going to be at those elevated events, like all that stuff.
Yeah. So the money should grow.
Yeah, marketing
For sure.
That's
The sport will get even bigger, I think. And Rory, I think, who's clearly not a big live just because I think Greg and the whole.
Right.
And like Tiger's his
Rory's
guy.
the leader of the PGA now. I feel like he's like the captain of the PGA Tour.
Yeah, it feels like he is the captain. Feels like Rory is the captain of the PGA. Like this is the representative. Tiger, if he want, Tiger's coach, dad, whatever.
Yes.
And then Rory's just like the captain. He even came out and said, I think it was an internet report that I read, but Rory said like, it is very clear that Liv's presence was much better for the game of golf.
Yes.
It made the game of golf much better or something like that. And it's like, did not expect to hear that from Rory.
No.
Did not at all. Especially how this whole thing started. Do you remember the verbal joust it was?
Oh, yeah.
And I will still stay. You put golf on the weekend on TV, I'm probably going to watch it at some point.
For sure.
And I think if they continue to build storylines and like things to be interested in, and if people we know are doing stuff, you don't have to gas them out. Like watching that Full Swing, I thought to myself, these dudes' lives suck.
Big
like that. I was actually, remember I talked about this on a show where I was like, we've had Jordan Spieth scheduled to come on the show, and he's like canceled last minute both times or 3 times or whatever it was. And I'm like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, what the hell?
And then I watched Full Swing, and I'm like, dude, do not waste any of your tiny amount of time that you have maybe to yourself. They're traveling, working, everything. It's just like a constant pressure grind that you're on. That I do not envy that life at all. So if you get less events, more viewers, more money, more like everything about it is potentially great for golf. You know what I mean, AJ?
Yeah, but you're also, when we're seeing those guys like Jordan Spieth, Justin, all those guys, like that's the top of the top. We're not seeing the guys that are bad on, even the guys in the Corn Ferry that are driving tournament to tournament, not making any money, losing money. Every putt means their life when they're trying to get their card. Like we're seeing the guys that have it, the best case scenario too, that have reached the top.
Grind, man. They're grinding out there. What are you going to say, Cole?
Well, even remember when JT was on the show that one time? I mean, he was standing in the driveway, just got home from a round, and he was like waiting to go in and like reset and then travel.
Yeah, maybe eat dinner.
Yeah, eat dinner.
They have sponsored outings and events every day that they have off.
Yeah.
They're grinding out there. Massive respect for it.
Yeah.
And I do feel like there's a chance that thing where you're just going to give me a bunch of money, jeopardy. It's in jeopardy. I think I learned that last week or 2 weeks ago. I was like, yeah.
What do you mean? You still got plenty of time.
AJ,
what do you got to do before you're 50?
AJ.
65.
AJ, I've thought that I've played with good golfers before. Okay? I've thought to myself, like, man, this is cool. I'm getting to golf with. And this guy, I just met this guy. He's a good golfer. Like, this guy's a good golfer. I watched this dude play golf for 2 days straight at that golf course I went to down there with the Mannings. Peyton's an incredible golfer. Incredible. Eli got this new set of sticks. He's a fucking stick. Awesome. I guess from the way the shit was being talked to Eli, sounds like that was not how Eli normally hits the ball.
Anomaly, potentially.
Sounded like. I do not know. That was my first time ever playing with him. Only played one round. But that seemed to be a common shit talk that was there. So I kind of got a little bit of a read on it. But the only time I've ever seen Eli play golf, he's fucking unbelievable at golf, okay? So those two, very good. There's this other gentleman from Harvard that was golfing.
Dog.
Fucking dog, this guy.
Is he a pro golfer?
I think he has another job that is he's younger. He looked young. I don't know how young he is. He looked incredibly young.
He just tore it up or what?
Dude. This guy fucking hit a 246-yard 4-iron over a river with a draw. This is one of the greatest moments I've ever seen. We're sitting there, and we're walking the course. Shout out Rose. Shout out my caddy. Shout out Clint, another caddy down there. Shout out Willie, John, everybody down there. A lot of good people. We're walking, having a blast. Scott, I don't know how many Marlboros this man has smoked.
Hell yeah.
Millions.
But it is...
Reds? Dog.
We're just talking about legends down there, all of them. But we're walking, and then this guy's up to go, and it is one of the longest par fives I've ever seen. And it's set up for you not to be able to get there. Trees bending like this, right? And then the green is like back here, and there's a river right here, okay? 246 is what it was. I overheard the caddy saying, because this dude outdrove us the whole time. I mean, we're talking, I hit great drive. This guy's keeping up with this guy, I think.
Wow.
Like the way he's shaping this shit, though.
Sitting farther than me, I'm sure.
No, AJ. I think you got him distance-wise, but I think like he obviously he's got a couple more plays than you. You just got that.
Oh yeah,
I don't
shape the ball. I don't tend to shape the ball too much.
Yeah, you got the moon ball. He's doing it. So he was way ahead of us. So we're like just walking up, and I overhear caddy say the thing, and we're bullshitting. We're having a pretty good time at this standpoint. Like we are having you get quiet, obviously, for the guy's shot. You're showing some respect or whatever. There's somebody up on the green blowing leaves off of it. So at his last second, we see it. We go, he goes, whoa, can we get that guy to move? And this is my first acknowledgement that this guy's going for the fucking green.
Yeah.
So imagine me like just learning by him talk. Can you get that guy out of the way up there? I'm like, I said, you're going for the fucking green right now? He goes, yeah, get the fuck out. Like mind blown, right? And there's a pretty big audience here, and there's now a scene because guy had headphones on, so we couldn't tell him anything. We had to wait for him to go. Yeah. So it's like a 10, 15-second thing. Then he lines up back over the ball. So now guaranteed shank, right? Mm-hmm. In my head, this guy's not a pro golfer, bro. This is a massive, think about Peyton and fucking Eli are there.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a massive ordeal. This dude hits the greatest golf shot I've ever seen in my life to like 8 feet or something like that. Shapes, like actually looks like he's trimming the trees. Like, you know,
oh yeah, sure.
Goes around this thing, lands on like the fringe, and then rolls like 8 feet. I've never been more impressed in my life. I've watched guys punt balls incredibly, kick balls incredibly, throw, everything like that. I stood like in shock for like, I gave the guy a fucking like clap for like the whole time. And I felt like I was in a TV. Like I felt like, and it was at that moment, AJ, I was walking afterwards. I would never be able to do what that guy just did. And that guy's not even a pro.
Yeah.
That's what you were 100% right. It's impossible to get that great.
It's a different world. Like those pro golfers on a different planet than everybody else.
It's unbelievable.
Really are.
The amount of time they've committed.
Yeah, and him lining up a putt, you explained, and it was like, okay, that was this guy doing that, and then also being able to putt right after he reaches the green.
Yeah, he doesn't take forever. Like,
That's awesome. This guy sounds amazing then, because usually
Yeah.
those guys are.
Dude, fucking legend. Out of Harvard, too. I'm supposed to hate this guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
yeah.
I have never, ever had this in my life. Everything that I've heard and learned and things like that, it's like, yeah, me and this dude are just not the same people. People that have been in this type of guy's world have hated me since like the whole life, whole thing. Like, all right, interesting how this is going to go. This dude is a dog. He was awesome. He played lacrosse, I believe. Big, obviously a massive brain. But his putting, he was like very considerate. He was like, he's quick. He was reading it still. And then he'd literally get over the ball, bang, knock it in. We're out of here with an eagle. Okay. I'm like, this dude, this is a fake human. I actually thought this guy, Mike McBride was his name. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say his name or not. Mike McBride. This dude is an absolute legend of a human, bro. Like a dog. I was so flustered. And then I seen him. Then he has a couple cocktails too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like this dude is all. This might have been one. This guy needs to be our president. I think. Like,
okay.
I think this is like a type of human that's potentially. I've never met a human like this person. It was unbelievable.
Well, and then you look at all the guys on the PGA Tour right now who are like really, really, really good. Like all the top guys, they're all like 24 to like 29. Yeah. So it's like, those guys aren't just going to get to 45 and be like, all right, fuck it, I'm
Forget
done.
how to play?
Yeah, or either or. It's like, oh, okay, I've graduated now. I can go play on the Champions Tour. Like, I'm still very, very good. I'm going to do this the rest of until I can't walk anymore.
So, like, I thought to myself, like, okay, this guy can't be a pro right now because he can't commit his life to it because he has a very successful operation going on over here. But when he retires, like, Champions Tour, very much in play.
Mm-hmm.
That's like like, there's been stories of guys that hadn't been able to play in the pros. They get old, they get retired. Yeah, the teacher, who was always just like a high school stick, college stick, ended up getting into teaching. Played golf and like scrambles and shit, dominated, obviously. And then when he retires, like, I'm gonna go be a pro and wins. Yeah, it's like, what, dude? They're so much better than I'll ever be, AJ. So much better than I'll ever be.
So many shots. They've hit so many shots, so many putts consistently for years and years and years.
It was a humbling experience when I go. I needed it though. You know what I mean? I need to fucking watch my mouth. Like when we're watching the players this weekend. We're going to see some golf shots.
Do you yell out? Do you yell out if you ever go to if you ever went to an event? Would you yell out, "Oh, I would have made that putt"? You're like those guys standing around the green.
So there was a couple of conversations happening at that golf course about which tournaments have you been to? That.
Sure.
And I've been to one. It was the Open. It was at Oakmont.
Yes, it was.
It was on Father's Day, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Took my dad. Tone and his dad were there.
Sweet.
I believe Nick and his dad were there. It was
unfortunately.
What's that?
Well, you had rented a cruise ship on the Allegheny River the day before, and I woke up Sunday morning. I had bought my father U.S. Open tickets for the U.S. Open. I did call him that Father's Day morning and let him know that I was not.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Dad, your son's going to let you down on Father's Day.
What happened?
That was your fault then.
Me?
Yeah.
You could have put a little bit of restraint on.
Yeah, I made it. I mean, we
That
lasted.
comes back to Pittsburgh. During those days, that was full gas, no brakes.
Yeah, we had a good time.
We lasted about 3 holes, and my dad was like, "All right, let's get out of here."
Yeah, we used to have a blast every time we went back to Pittsburgh. But to your point, Nick, like, Tone, you might have knew what we were signing up for going to that.
A lot of walking.
DJ won that one, actually, I think.
In the middle of the summer, too. I'm sure it was blazing hot.
And did they say, we don't want trees? Is that what they said? We don't want shade.
Yeah, Oakmont for a lot of years had trees, and then after the one Open, or before that Open came, they fucking cleared them all out.
So golf is one of those things where I enjoy playing it. I love watching it on TV. I think the tournament experience would be a nightmare. But I had to do a lot of, oh yeah. Because you'll see like a person hit a shot or something. Like when old buddy made the 100-foot putt, I was right there. Like, I guess it is a moment. I guess they have.
Yeah.
You've been to a few, I assume, over there in Columbus. Is it?
I've been to when the Memorial Tournament comes here. Yeah, I've been there multiple times. It's cool. Everyone basically, you stand around and try to find where Tiger is on the course. It's kind of what happens.
Yeah, if you like love golf, it feels like it's something.
Well, AJ
that
got
is
lost at
interesting.
that one tournament by himself.
The
I didn't
Masters.
get lost.
Oh, yeah, the Masters.
I was just
Masters with
I
everything
got
else.
separated from my group. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, AJ got invited to the Masters.
Yeah.
and then he did get separated from his group. And the rules down there, what is it? What are they're not allowed to have?
Phone. My phone was, who knows? My phone was in the car, yeah. So I just sat there and drank beers by myself.
With the mask on.
Yeah.
With the mask on.
So much fun.
And smoking stogies with a mask on. Did you ever?
No, I was trying to bum a few stogies. I didn't bring any in. Trying to bum a few from some people.
And you got none?
I think a couple guys gave me a couple cigars, and I didn't trust them enough to smoke it. I wasn't really sure. They weren't.
Where were you at? Where were you at?
Augusta.
Oh, you didn't trust them enough to smoke their cigars.
Well, I just or didn't.
You're the best.
I don't trust it. If anyone gives me drugs or cigars, I tend to not use them.
Yeah, that's
good. You don't know where they came from.
That's actually a pretty solid thing. The cigar, though, if you're going to ask somebody for one, and then as soon as you get one, you say, "I don't trust them."
Yeah, I don't want.
That's interesting.
I tell you what, I need to rip a hole in my mask though, because that's such a pain to try to smoke a cigar with a mask on. Am I going to put it up in between each puff?
Well,
Get a zipper one.
They were serious down there though. Like they were serious if you had your mask down at all.
Yeah, because that was whenever they didn't want anything to get ruined at all.
You don't have to worry about that now, AJ.
He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5.
Oh, no.
Toilets!
Been there.
What happened?
I was out of nowhere, too.
I believe Ty was close to doing what Connor did to his apartment toilet just a few weeks back right there on the stage, I believe.
What happened to your toilet, Con?
I pooped my pants.
I don't know if I was here for that.
Oh, no, you weren't?
Hey,
I believe you.
Oh, my God. You were on the Buckeye. You were on the no-cuck Buckeye cruise.
Yes, I was.
First day back. How's everybody's weekend? Or how's everybody's vacation? 10 days, longest we've ever had. I talk about getting sunburned in Hawaii and everything, and then we go around the room, go to Connor. Connor says, yeah, I went back to Mass and I came back here. And then he goes, last Tuesday, and he leads out this whole story about how he had a couple of tacos and some margarita.
What?
And then he shit his brand new Lululemon pants in his apartment, feet away from his toilet, toilet seat Dahn. And he shit also on top of toilet seat because he was in the middle of panic and he had no brakes.
No.
Is that the accurate assessment of what happened?
100% accurate. Then it took me about 2 hours to clean my bathroom everywhere because when you do poop on top of a toilet seat and it's like a waterfall, it's splatter everywhere. You know, so
it's still. You need to scrape the corners of the walls.
Oh,
you
no.
need to scrape everything.
Oh, no, I did. That actually, I think it was Thursday of that same week. Right after, obviously, you clean it up. And then Thursday, you go back in for round 2 rubber.
Detail.
Hazmat crew. Yeah. Hazmat crew.
Exactly.
For sure.
Maybe a professional crew.
Are those Lulus that I have, Con Man? The camo black ones?
No, so like I said, I guess you weren't here, but I said when I was home in Massachusetts, probably once every year I'll go and buy new clothes, and this is part of a new clothes that I just bought. And it was just the underwear that got affected, but they're filled with shit.
By the way, it's a shame because he was doing everything right.
Yeah.
And his butthole repays it by just. He was buying new clothes, right?
Yeah.
Not always just dressing like an asshole.
Treating my body.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing his thing.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys have those emergency situations. It seems like that pops up a lot.
Ty, this one's a little worrisome because this hasn't happened in some time, and he did say he had a couple whiskeys.
Yeah. What? I thought was it yesterday?
Does booze make you poop your pants?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He told me he had bad eggs this morning.
Yesterday,
How do you know they were bad eggs?
I don't know. That's why we also need to hire food.
Yeah.
We're just door dashing everywhere.
You have an oven there, right? Don't you have an oven?
So we talked about this. We don't have a kitchen.
No.
But I thought there was an oven over there. Or is it
It's
just
a
a
dishwasher,
sink?
you
Microwave, yeah.
There we go. Dishwasher's a good start.
Yeah. You can steam stuff.
Yeah, about a tenth of the
Steam
way
some
there.
broccoli.
What was the there you go? You were going to say hi to Nick there? You're going to say, well, here's Nick. Is that what you're going to say?
He always chimes in with some good positivity, so I like to give it back to him.
It's kind of his thing in the back there, isn't it? That's kind of his thing back there.
I get it. I like it, Nick.
Nick's wedding is actually influencing Tone Diggs to get into shape.
Oh, funny enough, you should bring that up. AJ told Nick to fuck off. He's not going to the wedding.
RSVP, no.
Yeah, he said no. He said, sorry, I got stuff.
Oh, my God.
Didn't even give a real excuse, just said stuff.
Where is the wedding again?
Okay, see?
Pittsburgh. What?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's why you're not going.
I'm not officially out. I'm not officially out of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, pivoting.
That kind of sounds like.
Hey, they'll hold the reception in fucking Dublin. What do we...
Yeah.
Ohio. What do you think's going to happen?
Can you move it closer to me?
We're in Indianapolis right now. I mean, it's celebration of love. for a
big
guy.
moment. Big celebration for Nick. I'm happy for Nick.
Celebration of love for
Thanks,
our guy.
AJ. Not that happy that you couldn't come though, but you're happy. I appreciate it.
You'll be mentioned.
Definitely dropping down the Ohio power rankings because I believe there's another Ohio guy that'll be there.
Oh, yeah, big hockey guy.
Amen.
Oh.
Wow.
Upper.
Yeah, he'd kick your fucking ass.
Wow.
Yes, he would. I agree.
Oh, how do you feel about Stipe? Ohio.
What about him? What about him?
He's not invited.
No, yeah, Stipe's not. Rupper is, though. And, Nick, we can't wait to celebrate your love.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Love.
But we were talking about Ohio fucks there, and then I saw Rupper dummy and AJ.
Yes.
Which, in my head, that would not happen, AJ. I don't think
He's
anybody...
a professional fighter pretty much. Yeah, Rupper could do it.
On ice. So I don't know what he could do on the grass or on earth. I'd assume he'd be pretty good there. So I just and then I thought about other Ohio people coming in, Ohio fucks coming in. And then Stipe is a full-on firefighter in Ohio, right? And then he's the next fight for John Jones. That's good for him. I am so pumped for him. Obviously.
He's bigger too now. I heard he's up to like 250 something now too. He's gained weight.
Has he been working out this whole time like Silent Assassin, you think?
I mean, I would assume so, yeah. He's been rehabbing whatever he's had going on and been getting jacked.
He's a firefighter, so he has to remain in good shape. But I would assume he also is the type of guy who's like, I heard everything everybody said about me, long-term working out. I'm pumped for him getting this opportunity. Now, granted, like John Jones is John Jones.
Different animal.
But
yeah,
Stipe's fucking
also a dog.
Different chance.
Yeah.
You got a chance, man. Stipe's got absolute thunder in his right hand, so you never know.
Yeah, we shall see. What a fight. But those Ohio fucks, you don't want to be in the middle of it.
Yeah, they're absolute dogs. But there's also another video that I saw on the internet. Francis Ngannou was watching, whether he was home or he was with a bunch of buddies, and after John Jones or while John Jones was winning, they were just dying laughing. So I do wonder if Ngannou kind of woke up, realized like, okay, there's another guy in the heavyweight division. I haven't beat him yet. Maybe
What are they
I'll go
laughing
back.
about? What are they laughing
I think just because of how easy John Jones made it.
Oh, okay. So they were like what we were all doing.
Exactly. We all, bingo.
We were all like, that's hilarious that just happened. No way this guy just picks right up where he left off.
Yeah. 2 minutes.
No big deal. We're back. Still better than everybody. What a joke. He said the first time he locked in, he heard his neck crack. And he thought he felt like a chiropractor. I think he
realigned his spine.
And then he got it locked in again. And as soon as he got it to the point where that neck was going to crack again, that was why there was a quick tap. Because he thinks that Cyril didn't want to experience whatever the fuck just happened again.
Break his neck.
Which was, I mean, I understand. I tapped 3 times in 1 minute, one session, rolling jiu-jitsu. Would never do it again. So the guillotine is a weapon, though. That thing fucking, wow.
John Jones being back is so fun, too. Like, it's similar to like when McGregor was fighting, where hey, every 3 or 4 months there's going to be appointment television on a Saturday night, and that's what it feels like with John Jones. Because when him and Stipe fight, that will be like leading up that week. Hey, don't forget Saturday night we got Stipe and John Jones.
There's a lot of shit talk going on in the boxing world too, right now.
Gervonta
Davis and
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
Garcia was supposed to be like the stud, right? I mean, he still is, but
I always saw him videos doing this, right?
He's got the hook,
hitting body shots. He's got some body shots.
Boom, yeah. Can you withstand the body shot challenge from Ryan Garcia? That was when it all kind of took off.
He did it to Juju.
Yeah, but he wore that thing, right? Everybody puts on that boxing pad that you put on,
Juju couldn't.
And then he would punch through it or whatever. And then has he won every single fight?
I think so. He's undefeated.
No, he's gotten beat.
Oh, really?
Ryan Garcia, really?
I think so. I think he has, because I know he was like the next thing, and he still is. But I think he's been beat.
He is 23-0.
Yeah. I'm saying that's what I'm saying too, because what you're talking about, alluding to,
he should be bigger then. He should be a bigger like I thought he was kind of like a star and about to be a superstar.
Bingo. And you're saying because he kind of fell off, right? That's what you're saying.
I thought he lost
only
the fight or
24.
something.
Yeah, so you would assume that he lost. 'Cause that's me too, because he like disappeared. He was on my timeline every single day. He was in my life every single day. Holy hell, this dude is incredibly handsome and appearingly a dog.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's got heavy hands. He's quick. He's confident. He's good. And then he just disappeared. Why did that happen?
I believe he took either a year or 18 months off for mental health purposes. Like he wanted to kind of take a step back and take care of himself. But I do believe also Gervonta Davis, isn't he undefeated too? Like I thought combined they're like 59-0 or something.
Yeah, he's 28 now.
Yeah.
Mixed martial arts doing their thing, or I'm sorry, combat sports.
Yeah,
Jesus, neither party would be happy that he ended it like that. Combat sports doing their thing, golf doing their thing.
Yeah.
And the NFL is about to have a massive weekend. Let's get to a break. Hour 3 will be on the other side. AJ, a lot of cap configuring happening around the NFL right now. Ian Rappaport kind of echoed what Lombardi said yesterday. If there's a veteran with a big price tag, they are open to conversation everywhere, pretty much. That's how this part of time of the year is, AJ.
Yeah. Either they can't find a way to trade you or get you to take a big salary reduction, they're going to cut you. That's what it seems like right now.
Yeah, or there's that other option where they keep you. Like there's a lot of guys that have been talked about that have been veterans and have had a high price tag that we never find out about, because nothing really materializes where a GM goes, maybe, and then they make it out, no, we're not actually going to move on.
Yeah.
Remember, this becomes a thing whenever some guys get upset that the GM even answers a phone call about trading them. It's like, are you really committed? This happened, I think, right?
Yeah, wasn't it? Was it Aaron Donald?
No, it was maybe a Buffalo Bill.
I thought it was Donald.
Maybe. I don't know.
But it was a big-time player, to your point. That was like a pillar of the team.
Maybe a Jet?
Can't remember. Because you have to answer the phone.
Oh, yeah. Was it Devin White?
I don't remember. Somebody was offended that the general manager answered the phone for a trade conversation.
Oh,
when they
I remember this.
When they had just signed a deal or something like that, and they were like, why are you even answering a call or whatever? It's like, I think that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like
They may ask you about 4 or 5 players. Just the fact that you were in there doesn't mean you're entertaining it.
Brandon Bean said he's on the phone as soon as he hears that something's potentially up somewhere, asking if somebody's available, and who knows what's going to take place. They're always trying to wheel and deal, especially this time of year.
I mean, Harry Roseman said they're or he didn't say it, but actually people talk about it. Harry Roseman checks in on everything. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Howie checked in on Rodgers. Just because, why wouldn't he? Because his whole entire thing is that no matter what the deal is,
what's
no
going
matter
on?
Who it is, yeah. Hey, what's up over there?
Hey, what's going on? How much? How much?
And you would gather information too for your future idea, what you need to do.
They're always. I feel like they're just on their phones all day, huh? With other GMs.
Yeah.
Is that just what it is?
It's got to be right. You want to. I would imagine they want to talk on the phone too, instead of they want to stay away from text. You don't want to put anything out there that get published.
The voice memo routine. Well, Ty's back in perfect time.
My boy Ty.
All right. Good hustle.
I'm happy. I was going to wait for you to come back, but it started getting a little longer. We thought we might have to send a search party in there.
Yeah, I was ready.
So it ended up working out perfectly. How are you?
Photo finish.
He looks light.
Good for you.
Good.
Those eggs.
You safe now? Is it safe? Is he? I know he doesn't have his ears.
A little bacon in there.
What?
Oh.
It's a bad mission this morning.
Is this every day for him?
It was there for a bit. It seems like it lightened off.
It's always a possibility. It feels like.
Oh, it's always looming. Is that right?
Happen.
What?
Is this every day for you? No, I feel like it's lightened off a little bit since the new move to the Thunderdome. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, yes and no. It is always looming, Tony. To your point. I mean, it's a very delicate balance, and you kind of need to. And for whatever you go a couple days without taking a dump.
What?
Yeah, like 1 or 2 days, you don't take a dump just for whatever.
I've never experienced that. You are a 90-year-old.
What are you doing?
Backed up. Maybe
Get some
maybe too much.
probiotics or something.
Listen, pal, you know what? I got the little fiber thing that you put in the water and stir it around. You name it. But these pills I have that are supposed to, alleviate stomach pain, really all they do is they cut through you, and your stomach hurts very bad, and then it just makes you shit your pants, and then when it's done, it's kind of
Oh,
good.
so it rips the Band-Aid off.
Kind of.
That thing is
laxative.
That thing's hey, we're ending the problem as fast as possible, but we're also going to catch some ricochets here.
Exactly. It's not exactly fun, for the hour and a half. Like, I mean,
that pill says, "Hate me now,
love me later." Absolutely. And we are not done. That was round 1.
Okay.
2
to 3 days, dude. Could you imagine 2 to 3 days?
What do you yeah, I don't know.
How do you look at the internet?
What do you mean?
Like, usually I sit down at the toilet and just search the internet.
Oh, yeah. Where do you find the time?
Yeah.
The time!
That's unbelievable. If I won a day, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah. What the hell is going
Worried.
on?
Yeah, worried, actually. All right, let's move on. Proud of you, Ty.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, hour 3 will be on the other side. We'll talk about everything that is lingering here around the NFL. Brock Purdy had his surgery today. They went in and put a brace in there. They think he'll be throwing in 3 months. So it looked like for a 4 or 5 month full recovery as opposed to 6 to 9.
Says 6 months online right now.
Okay, so 6 months still, which was being reported literally since the beginning. What's Rappaport doing?
I don't know.
He's
still
all
bummed out, maybe.
Yeah, all over the place.
Did you hear his lack of confidence?
Oh, yes. I'm sure we will touch on it later, but yes, you are 100% right. He needs to, these are the moments when he shines. This is super. This is why this is why you lift all them weights. The old Bill Parcells thing. That's because this is when, you're right. Hey, I get to show the world all the work that I've been doing for the last 300 days.
I think so, too. It's a showcase, Rap.
You don't want to get, we're not trying to get through anything. We're trying to thrive. That always bugged me. You guys ever see the high school shirts that said, I survived Viking 2-a-days or whatever. My coaches, I remember in high school, are you kidding me? Why would you ever, we're not here to survive. We're here to get better and thrive.
Yeah, thrive.
Hell yeah.
That's like people, there's some people I've worked with in the past. I've worked everywhere pretty much at this point and gotten a chance to see how people operate and do things. There's some people that are just trying to get through a show. Yo, let's do it. Hey.
Yeah. Why are you doing it? Yeah, why are we doing it if we just want to get through it?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's not just get through it. We're going to have to, right? We're going to be here for,
yeah.
We're doing this, right? We're getting
might be dead tomorrow, man. Just do it.
Not only that, that's a great way to look at it. We should always view that. But also, this has to happen, right?
Yep.
So,
yeah. Might as well enjoy it.
It's going to happen. I started viewing, kicking like that as well when I'd go out, have to punt this ball right now. Are we going to enjoy it or are we going to fucking hate it? Why not enjoy it?
Might as well.
Let's go ahead and do well, as opposed to just get. What's Ian's problem?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
He's not that type of guy. He was on the crew team.
I hope not.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember, he threw a football over the net, so powerful, bounced off the wall into a hole on the backside.
Impressive.
Came around the back door.
That's right.
All right, call us on the 5 Energy phone. He needs to fucking shape up, tighten up.
Exactly.
Own it.
Thank you. He's embarrassing us, isn't he?
He's like a professional downhill skier, too, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, he is.
Dude, he is. We're talking about those doubles, right? What are they called?
The double black diamond.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Show it. How do you go down the hill? What do you do?
I go straight ahead. I ain't got the
How do you
slalom.
manipulate your hands on those sticks?
I don't have the.
You tuck them underneath.
I don't have the slalom. Yeah, I'm a speed guy, and I need that big fucking jump too. And guess what? I'm not budging.
No.
I'm going.
Yeah, right there.
That's right.
That'd be so scary.
I want to attempt that. I want to do that.
Have you ever skied before?
Never. Yeah, one time, but not good. Not good. That seems like another one though, right? We're just standing there. I've been on the hoverboard.
True.
Sure. If you do it, skiing's one of those things. If you do it, you'll get good at it.
Enough to do the squirrel suit thing, because that's the closest thing to jumping off a cliff, but it seems much safer.
What do you mean?
You know that one where their skis are what?
Downhill.
20 yards?
Yep.
Oh, the huge slalom jump deal?
Yeah.
And then they do this number here.
That'd be cool at the training. Have you seen the training place where they do it and they jump into a pool? That'd be fun.
Yeah, I have seen.
But
They did that on road
going
rules.
down the hill though, bro. But if you slip up going down that giant hill, you're falling off and dying, aren't you?
Yep.
If you go off the side of that,
For sure.
That's the risk you take.
Oh, see, I didn't even see it. I didn't even see a single down. Okay, you fall, your ski blasts off, you might twist a knee. I guess falling off the fucking hill would be a thing, because it does stop.
Oh, yeah, it's a cliff.
Okay, maybe we don't do that one.
Probably safe.
We'll see.
That guy should do it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Great goggles.
He's up there.
Sonny Bono.
He's getting ready for the après ski, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
He's zooming on his phone, see if he has.
Yeah, what are the text messages?
What's in there?
Who's he texting it to?
Insiders group chat?
What type of fucking operation is that there? What app is that?
What is he doing? Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
What the hell?
Must have some sort of glare.
I think it's a hide your penis app.
I don't know.
They have those. They have those.
I'm just saying because the bottom there is. All right, let's get out of here. We'll be back in 5 minutes with phone calls. 1-833.
They have those apps, Tony?
How about this? 1-833-432-3663. I assume they do somewhere. Somebody is so jaded by a situation that they created.
That's what they built on the internship. I was watching it the other day. Vince Vaughn, fucking Luke Wilson.
On the line.
Think about, the photos. They wanted to put the pictures on the line.
Exchangeogram.
Exchangeogram. That's a great movie.
Great. So
It is good.
How about those little nap pods they have in that thing? We should get a couple of those around here. That's how we'll maybe
Be
make
sweet.
this place better. Need a slide.
College places have those. College places have them, like the little nap pod deals. They close over top of you.
College football places, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then who is it? Someone sitting there, Owen Wilson, goes up to talk to him. Fucking trying to nap!
Oh, yeah, they're laying down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of incredible stuff over there in those big-brained places.
Oh, yeah.
They always try to keep it fun.
Mm-hmm.
I always see like the slide. I'm like, how many times has anybody? Tell me how many times this has ever that has not been recorded. Tell me.
Every recruit's parents. That's the only people riding slides.
There's a slide in here. I'd go upstairs every day just to slide down it.
Okay, that's what you
If
say.
it was like,
You're a mark.
if you were actually moving, if it was a
Bingo.
faster way to get down, like if it was right next to the stairs, okay, I can go the slide or the stairs. I'm going slide head first most of the time.
Yes, if it was a necessity, right?
Yeah, like if you're going, didn't you always want to have the old blank check deal?
Blank check out the-
You have a deal coming from like your bedroom, twisting you around going to the pool.
Yep.
Yes.
That's different, though. That's a slide that's going into the pool. That's sweet.
That's not like one that's in like somebody's weight room. You know. Like,
Yeah,
Tough to go down the
Dolphins
slide,
put
yeah.
that slide in their facility, in their new facility.
Yeah, like
Who did?
if this
The
is
Dolphins.
the Dolphins, and I saw it used, it was great.
Whose is this?
Stephen Ross, I think, went down
This is
it.
Google.
Steve Ross did go down.
You should just walk around
Pretty sure he
Google,
did.
see what they're doing.
That would be
He's
sick
having
though.
fun.
If that was the only way to get to the cafeteria,
Yeah.
you either got this or an elevator that's over there in the back. So pick it. That would be like your only means of transportation was a slide. It would be better than taking the stairs.
You might have a traffic jam though. So many people waiting to get down that slide.
I don't know. Look at the tables, the amount of tables they got in there.
I'd wait.
Who knows? That could be this area going straight back that way could be like 150,000 square feet.
Yeah.
We have no idea. They have so much money. They have so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much. All right, let's get to a break. Hour 3 will be on the other side. Some phone calls on the 500 phone line. 1-833-4-DOME. We should do a giveaway for a phone call. Maybe a trivia.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
There we go.
Trivia is good.
We'll do
Trivia's cool.
All right, so we'll do a Feel Good Friday trivia with callers. You get it right, merch.
Boom.
So how do we know?
Oh, yeah.
We are never going to be able to find out who these people are.
But
Have
we got
them say their Twitter handle right away.
Last minute answers. How about?
Oh, yeah. Hi, what's your name? What's your Twitter handle that you will be representing you?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have to be yours, by the way. You can have your wives. You can have your friends. If you don't have, whatever Twitter handle will be representing you, you will say alongside your introduction.
Yeah, Mick can also
DM
write
them
it
if you
down.
get it right.
We have to find trivia questions. That's
do
what
that.
we'll do. And this should be a great way to close up the week. And if any breaking news happens, we will certainly chat about it. Ian Rappaport needs to cheer up. Let's send him some tweets as well. Be a friend, tell a friend. Oh!
Oh, no!
No!
What?
Oh, no. Rams are planning to release outside linebacker Leonard Floyd today, per source, says Adam Schefter. Leonard Floyd, Bobby Wagner, Jalen Ramsey,
What?
allegedly on the trade market. Allen Robinson, allegedly on the trade market for the Rams. And now Leonard Floyd has been released. Sean McVay has come out and said that I'm not doing this going back to coaching or going to the broadcast booth every single year story. I am committed to coaching for the long term or something along those lines. I'm committed to not having this become a story every year. I don't take that lightly. Okay. So I don't know what that means, but it is going to be a story every single year. But I think what he was trying to say is, I'm here through it because it seems like we're going through some tough times over there with the Rams right now. We're watching the backlash now of going all in. So although we loved the way the Rams are operating.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck these picks. And although we have been a massive proponent of the thought that the salary cap is not real.
Yep.
Massive proponent of that.
It isn't.
If they wanted to, they could rework these deals, keep these guys on the team. But that's what has to happen. The guys have to stay on the team and they have to do good.
Yeah.
And what happened was they had some guys get hurt. Their team stunk. And now they're staring down a full fucking rebuild. And Sean McVay is like, I am not regretting not taking $20 million to go call 16 games right now. No, I am committed to the long term, is what that probably felt like. But if you're over there as a Rams fan, what are you thinking with the Matthew Stafford stuff out of Lombardi yesterday? It's like, if you wanted Matthew Stafford, you could trade for Matthew Stafford right now with where the Rams are, how the Rams are. That's what Lombardi said. And then the Rams came out and said, we're going to rely on Matthew. He's definitely one of our pillars. He's definitely someone we're going to rely on as we remodel this. Says remodel because they aren't bulldozing house down. But Michael Lombardi, who spent a long time in the NFL, knows a lot of people in the NFL, firmly believe that if you wanted Stafford, you could go get him. Does that mean if you want Aaron Donald, you go get Aaron Donald? Or what does that all mean over there in your eyes, AJ? And what do you think about what the Rams are doing with Baker Mayfield potentially lingering in the background in a full rebuild for the cheap?
I think the fact that McVay had to come out and say this should worry you a little bit as a Rams fan, because then you know they probably had meetings and probably talked to McVay and said, hey, here's the vision, here's where we're going, here's what we're going to have to do. Kind of sucks. We'll call it a remodel, not a rebuild, but we need to know that you're going to see this through probably. It's not going to be a 1 or 2 year deal maybe. But also he can sit there and say, look at the Seahawks. Last year we all thought they wouldn't be great. They weren't going to make the playoff. They weren't going to do much. And they were like the feel-good story for a while, I think, of the league. So maybe they can think like you can use that as an example. Hey, this doesn't have to be terrible. We can still be a good team.
Yeah, and rebuilding, reloading, remodeling is not easy. You got to have the right guys at the right spots, and the quarterback is one of them. So maybe Matthew Stafford is a guy that they're going to rely on, and that's all real. And they're committed fully because they are paying him a lot of money. They made a big deal, and McVay and Stafford have been very fun and successful to watch together when Stafford's playing. Now, he did get a spinal concussion or something like that? Contusion, which is a very serious injury. He's had a litany of injuries through his career. He seemingly does not give a fuck, just a big Texas boy out there who can throw the shit out of a pigskin. But the Chargers,
Oh, yeah.
They're creeping up.
in LA,
Herbert
with
jerseys.
if you lose Jalen and all your stars, I'm not saying all your stars are gone, right? Because if Aaron Donald's there, star's still there. He's front row Lakers. Cooper Kupp. Is Cooper Kupp still there?
They extended him last year. Yeah.
Okay, so Cooper Kupp. So you still have some stars, but it's like you have 2-3 losing years, and the stars that everybody's connected to no longer a part of the program. It's like, is that something they have to think about over there in Los Angeles, AJ? I think so.
But don't you think too? I don't know for sure, but I know they haven't even started to deal with a lot of like the dead cap stuff that's going to happen with Stafford's contract, right? Isn't that still kick the can down the future? Like they still have to work all that out.
Yeah, that's a spread out 7-year shit or 10 years or whatever the hell they do. Yeah, which is great play by the way. Great play. Until it isn't.
They gave him that massive extension last year too to spread that out. So if they were to get rid of it now, it'd probably be way more money. And for like the Seattle thing, as far as we thought Seattle was going to suck. Seattle at least has an unbelievable resume of players they've drafted that have turned out great. A lot of the Rams pillars aren't, homebred guys. They have built their team through free agency, and that's fine. But it probably makes it a lot more difficult to turn over that new leaf the next year when you don't have picks, and it's not as if they've drafted unbelievably.
Yeah, because the young contracts that we just say, just fill with young contracts, it's tough to find solid those on the streets because a lot of the guys that have those contracts, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round picks. Yeah. I'm not saying that free agency isn't something, but there is like a pool at least.
Yes.
And they don't have a lot of them. But if Matthew Stafford plays for 10 more years and McVay's there for 10 more years,
10 more.
They're completely okay.
True.
There's a tweet coming out about Leonard Floyd here, the most recent cut that was worth money. This is coming from Jordan Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez.
Jordan, I mean, no disrespect, please. I've never obviously heard your name said. I have seen you kill it on the internet, though. And obviously, this is one of those tweets. So if I pronounce that wrong, I do apologize. With that being said, Jordan Rodriguez with an incredible piece of information. The Rams recently informed outside linebacker Leonard Floyd that he would either be traded or cut, a source said. A cut would save only $3 million in 2023 with a $19 million dead money hit, but none of his final 2 seasons are guaranteed. Cash move with an eye on 2024. Rams very thin at pass rusher. A post-June 1 cut would mean saving $15.5 million against the cap, but the Rams need to get under by the start of the league year. Fascinating that that's how they chose to get under when they could have saved $15.5 million if you're trying to get under a number that involves the numbers 3 million and the numbers 15.5 million. But also Leonard Floyd is available for the start of free agency. They kind of did him a favor with the timing of it all. Go ahead, Tom.
That last part is she's saying like you can't do a post June 1.
Can't designate it. Yeah,
because you have
to be.
What,
under.
3
They have to be under now.
Is 3 million going to help you that much?
Yeah, 3 million and 15.5 the other side. There had to be somebody else that you could have potentially reworked.
19 million dead cap though. That's a lot.
Well, this is what's happening with DeAndre Hopkins in Arizona and why it makes sense for the new GM. DeAndre has 2 years left, and there's dead cap money for both of them, obviously, if he was to be moved. But if he is traded, it's all moved into next year. The entire penalty is moved into next year, and then 2024, there's no penalty at all. So you're pretty much out of a contract that another regime signed in 1 year completely. Now, you're also out DeAndre Hopkins. You know? So that's not good. That's not a great thing.
That's how you win football. You win football games with great players. So, yeah, that's a big part of it.
Boom. So if you're just talking business-wise, yeah, you're out of a contract. You got a fresh slate after this upcoming season. But if you're talking like football, let's win games-wise, you're also out DeAndre Hopkins. But that's the constant struggle between business and winning and how both of them have to kind of combine.
Yeah, and in the same division. So this almost feels like more so for Seattle and for the Niners. Like their window is wide open.
We have more breaking news out of the National Football League. The Dolphins have picked up the fifth-year option for Tua Tagovailoa of the Miami Dolphins. This is obviously huge news coming from Mike Garafolo because since they didn't pick up the fifth-year option, every single quarterback that was potentially available, we had to question whether or not the Miami Dolphins wanted to have them. Well, they weren't committed to Tua for the long term. They didn't even pick up his fifth-year option. When does that happen? Never. Even Sam Darnold got his fifth-year option picked up by the Carolina Panthers. They weren't even the team that fucking drafted him. If they had any hope at all that this guy would be the quarterback of the future, they would definitely take up his fifth-year option. They did not. So if Lamar Jackson is available to maybe return to South Florida where he is from and be the quarterback of his team, those questions are going to get asked quickly. If Aaron Rodgers is available on that wide receiver-led offense with so many weapons and McDaniels, all you got to do is, if you're accurate, you're good. Well, good news. Most accurate guy literally in the history of football is available, right? Isn't that what McDaniel said? Love the accuracy. Tyreek Hill, why'd you join the Dolphins over the Jets? Love to his accuracy. Well, there's an old guy that maybe just came out of the darkness that is four-time MVP, COVID MVP, currently playing great football, ready to play great football, and available out of nowhere. Do you want to add him? Those questions have to be asked. Now they pick up the fifth-year option. This is like, all right, they're in on Tua. Let's hope he survives this season healthy. And if he continues to play like he played for the first 13 weeks maybe?
Yeah.
How long was it? They were unbelievable. I assume they got a lot of high hopes for the future.
It's kind of surprising, though, isn't it? Like, I did not. I mean, especially when we just see what the Giants did with Danny Dimes, declining his fifth-year option and then basically having him have a prove-it year and playing for it. And then they make the playoffs. He has one of the best year of his career so far. And then instead of having to, do some sort of massive deal, like granted, he's still getting over $40 million, but they kind of.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. But even like Tua, if you decline it, he's not making 23.2 or whatever. And then if he, gets 4 concussions next year, then it's like, okay, we can kind of just wipe our hands clean of him.
I believe Pac brought this question up off air. I don't know if he brought it up on air. Hey, he was awesome, AJ, wasn't he?
He is awesome. Yeah, he's great. He's great he fits in well. Pac is awesome.
You should be in the building with him. We got to make that happen, obviously. He was asking a question like, if you're not top 10, long-term business-wise, is it smart to go, is it better to go in the second round because the fifth-year option and then franchise tag
ties you.
It ties you. Like for 8 years, was it 8 years, 7 years, 8 years until you could potentially re-up if a team wanted to,
Yeah.
If a team, it's for all first-rounders. Like, is the bonus at 21, what's the difference between that and second round? And then when you do the math of what the difference is in the fifth-year contract, that would be the way to figure that question out. But valid question, AJ. That was a valid question.
Oh, yeah. If you're confident in yourself and your abilities, that's something I would imagine guys that fall out of the top, say you fall out of the first round or something, you could easily, that'd make you feel a little better probably. In the moment, like, hey, man, if I go out there and play, I'm going to be hitting the market at the right time earlier than these guys.
Kenny Moore was a free agent after 2 years.
Yeah.
You remember that? He was undrafted.
Yeah, free agent.
Came in.
Yeah.
killed it, just fucking killed it. And then he got a deal after his second year that would take him to like year 6. And now we're sitting at like year 5 when he's very good. And other people his age are up, you know, and he is. But I think like the Colts are saying, yeah, but like in year 2, you got long-term deal because you weren't. I believe that is why the Kenny Moore situation is the way it is. But it's like that's where it benefited and kind of cost.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of,
I guess, yeah.
a little bit of both there.
We just saw it with all the second round wide receivers. They all took 3-year deals, Debo, DK, and so then they can then double dip. Like instead of having to do the whole, okay, if I do a 5-year contract, actually what we saw with A.J. Brown, and by the time, you know, this contract's up, I'm 29, 30. Like A.J., I think it's DK and Debo will both be free agents again when they're like 28.
Tom?
So say, what'd you say, 21st, 20th pick? 20th pick gets $15 million total value with an $8 million signing bonus.
Okay, $8 million there, I think.
Where you want to go? Who do you want to compare it to?
34.
34 is $9 million total with a $4.3 million total.
9?
9.8 total with a 4.3 signing bonus.
Yeah, so like $5.5 million or whatever. Yeah, definitely do the
first one.
No. If I'm going to be,
the second one.
yeah, if I'm going to be good, I would want to be a free
Yeah.
agent because 5.5.
Yeah.
That's going
You're
to
making up for that.
We're going to cover that.
Yeah.
I think, right, AJ? That sounds like the good question, actually. The pack. He's won 6 overall.
Didn't have to worry about it.
This guy won 5.
You want to go there and get. The goal is to get to free agency at a young age multiple times if you can. That's huge.
Yeah, so worse for the team. So teams think you're really good. They're going to, and they haven't really picked, they're going to trade back and grab.
I know guys come out early because of that. I've talked to guys that came out after their junior year when they're young, and they're like, this is good. I'm going to get to a second contract. I'm going to be younger than some other guys.
Yeah, age is a big thing for a lot of positions, dude. It's held against people, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's held against them. So if you have it still on the player side, you're definitely going to utilize it as leverage. What right now, quarterback, Stetson, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's 25. I don't think quarterback position is one that that might help him with some teams.
And with Brady.
Yeah.
Like Brady and Rodgers, like obviously I'm not saying Stetson Bennett's going to be like that, but the way the game's going, like you can play much later into your career.
Let's say the way and the game, I guess, because the rules are changing.
Yeah.
Remember, though, hey, we're allowed to finish a motion.
Yeah, that's right. Sling or slam.
Right? Is that what we're allowed to
What?
do? Wasn't that talked about? Mm-hmm. When sacking a quarterback? What are we allowed to do? We're not allowed to
Sling. You can't slam.
Yeah.
We can sling, not slam.
Yep.
Yeah, which is interesting because we should look at the two Cincinnati Bengals concussion. Was that a sling or a slam?
Well, there's a lot of them that
Yeah.
I assume there's a potential still problem, but I think defensive players are saying, like, thanks for helping us a little bit. Was that a pitch or an actual rule, AJ? Do you remember? That was a pitch.
I don't know. It's news to me.
Oh, was this the Cuck Buckeye crew? No Cuck Buckeye?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
This was a competition committee.
Dude, do you guys have the internet out? You didn't, huh? Out in international waters?
No, I mean, my phone didn't work at all. We got the Wi-Fi package, but it was come and go. Sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't.
Yeah, you're on a cruise ship. That's like
In the middle of the ocean.
That's what that lady said to me, remember?
Oh, yeah. You're on an airplane.
Yes, I do.
When I said, do you think about maybe turning the Wi-Fi off, turning it back on? Seen it done before. Successful operation. This is on a commercial plane. This is commercial plane. Like, hey, would be fantastic to be able to have Wi-Fi on this flight. It was obviously marketed that there's Wi-Fi on this flight. It's a long flight. And, I didn't say all these things, but I have been on planes before where they like reset it and it like works. You know what I mean? Like I've seen it actually happen. So I pitched that. I'm like, hey, is there any chance we can, maybe take the game out, blow on it, put it back in for the Wi-Fi? Maybe. I don't think it's working for anybody. I asked a couple people. I don't think it's working for anybody. It might work. It might not work. You're on an airplane. And then just walked away. I'm like, whoa, she fucking, didn't she? I mean, she so hard on top of me, AJ. This lady was like 67 maybe in her 60s for sure. I don't know how many more flights she had, but after that, she fucking just crammed, dunked on me so hard, and then walked off. I literally went, oh my God, I just got murdered. All right, let's take a break. On the other side, we have trivia on the 5-Hour Energy phone line.
Here we go.
If you get the question right, after introducing yourself as a Twitter account, you will win some merch from the store.
Correct.
I think we had a sale going on. I don't know if we still do.
Think so.
There definitely was.
I saw a lot of stuff
last
gone. Yeah. Saw a lot of sold outs.
We never market our store. Bad business, I've been told. People buy stuff though, so we're very thankful for them.
Yeah.
We are moving our. I believe we're about to try to make a bit of a transition in the merch world.
Okay. Here we go.
Upgrade.
Yeah. I like to wear the stuff. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I don't think the tank tops we have available are. I can't wear them.
No, they're not like that one.
They'd be disgusting and disrespectful to tank tops. In shorts, in shoes, in pants. Like we want to get into like
Stuff people want to wear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hats are top tier.
Still have shirts.
Yeah.
Hats are good. Our hats are good.
Mm-hmm.
Shirts, still got to have better quality.
That's right.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
See if I keep talking, he's going to get
upset.
Yeah, and everyone who's watching too. I just ordered a fucking shirt. You're telling me it sucks?
No, it's a good shirt, but it's like for what you pay it for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. They're tri-blend.
Classic merch shirts.
Yep.
They're still nice. I'm wearing one right now.
Bingo.
So am I.
There's a couple of them, though.
What?
People send me pictures of them. They're not in good shape.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
The people or the...
Nick.
Come on, dude.
Nick.
This is a moment we're having here. It did appear in some cases. Anyways, we're making a transition in that. So we'll give away some shit, hopefully some good stuff. If you get the trivia questions right, Ty will be in charge of the trivia if his butthole can survive. And then we'll wrap up this beautiful Feel Good Friday. We're thankful that you're watching. Be a friend, tell a friend. Take 5!
Hey, that ain't gonna help. Miz, that ain't gonna help. That's gonna do nothing.
He was a three-sport athlete at Plum High School, where his volleyball team was in the mix for a Section 3 title. Making his Lake Tahoe debut for the brand, McAfee! Aaron Rodgers!
Had a baby.
AJ Hawk!
Had a baby, AJ. Yes! Yeah, baby!
Come on! Come on! Come on! Good shot.
AJ,
you got one of these? Got about 12 of these.
That's not real.
Good line here. Good line here. Buy some drinks.
Great putt.
Yeah. Oh, he wants to also about it.
Hey, let's go.
Get in. Get in. Come on. There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Our American Century Championship coverage rolls on here from the back deck of Edgewood Tahoe. How about Pat McAfee stopping by, man?
It's nice to see that there's still Ken Dorsey's out there, though.
Yeah.
We're talking full fucking fit. Whenever this game ended without them being able to spike it and take a long field goal or whatever the fuck they were going to do. Ken Dorsey here closest. He's a married man, got a medal. Oh, you fucking it, we did it!
Damn it!
We talked about this all week. We talked about it all week. Get the fuck down!
Son of a bitch.
Break this fucking thing.
Yeah.
I love how the other coach too is looking over like, oh shit, I
Bald
didn't know
guy?
Ken had. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't know Ken had this in him.
And the bearded guy should feel good about how he looks right now.
Yeah,
Bearded guy's ponytail, fucking great.
Great.
top
hair.
notch.
Beard, unbelievable.
Gumpy.
Looks to be a bit of a thick, stout gentleman. But Ken Dorsey losing his fucking bananas.
Pat.
Taking this, get this. Why is this in front of me right now? Get out of my way, dude. Why are you still on the desk, bro? Fuck you.
Fucking thing.
Bang.
Hey, fuck. Oh, he's
Bang.
going to get fined for that.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to get fined for that. Tom
lot.
Brady 1 week ago broke a Microsoft Surface. Now there's a rule. Hey, no players or coaches are allowed to break anything. Did he break? He's getting fined for that.
100%.
Oh, no.
I thought that's why he was trying to cover the camera at the end.
Oh, so he was saying, hey, fuck. No, I don't think he was trying to cover it. I think he was saying, find me, mother.
Yeah.
Like, I
Fuck
think,
you too.
boom.
Hey, somebody else came and covered the camera, though. Whatever other coach put his hand over that camera.
No, I think that was Dorsey. I think it was.
No,
Yes.
watch his hand come in.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shit,
it's a
shit,
right
shit.
hand.
Oh, my God. I didn't even notice that, AJ.
Yeah, you think he's going to cover the camera in the middle of that rant?
No, I
You
think
he's going to kill somebody.
I thought that was the shit he
Yeah,
threw.
it was
Something at it.
No, I watched it a few times. That's a hand.
Wow.
Hey, that's good teamwork.
AJ.
Yeah.
That's good teamwork up there. Now, I do believe he's going to get fined for the Microsoft Surface bash after the Tom Brady one became a rule. And maybe that's what the coworker said. Oh, come on, Ken, there's a camera.
They can see you.
There's a camera. Jesus, you're going to go viral.
Sorry, Kenny.
They're riding in that elevator down to the locker room after the game. And Ken's standing there with his fucking papers all disheveled and Microsoft Surface cracked screen, and his notebook's been ripped in half because he has superhero strength at that moment. It's like he's ripping a fucking phone book, and they hit the basement button to go down there. At some point, there was an awkward silence. The bearded guy is looking to his left. The bald guy's like, oh. And then whoever covered that up was like, you're going to go viral. Yeah.
There's fear around what does it mean if I'm not 100% and I don't play my absolute best? Can I live with that reality? And I think many people can't.
Rodgers has been playing through pain a lot here. We've seen him throughout his career play through pain, but now two things, the thumb and the ribs.
For me, I can because I know what competitive greatness is. It's going out there and trying to do your best all the time and putting your body on the line. If you're 90%, 80%, 70% gives your team the best chance to win, then you're out there and you're playing.
Aaron's going to suck it up. You know what he's going to do. This is their seasons on the line.
And also being able to look in the mirror. I mean, that's honestly the only person you have to really appease, whose opinion you got to live up to, is that person staring right back at you. That's why I've always wanted to play, and that's why I've never wanted to come out of games, because I want to look in the mirror and know that I did everything I could to be out there with my guys, put my body on the line willingly. That's the nature of being a fierce competitor and striving for competitive greatness, is that it's not really a question. I don't need somebody to tell me, maybe another week you'll be 100%. Maybe just wait one more week. No.
Felt like I was in a fucking movie right there, dude.
Welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show here on Feel Good Friday, March 10th.
Hell yeah, dude. How about it? It is Friday.
Yeah, pretty wild.
It's a celebration in of itself. Just the word, the title, the name, the thought, the vibe.
What?
Hey, it's a good thing here. And you know, I loved the opportunity to be on SmackDown for how long I was on SmackDown.
Amen.
But with the wife pregnant and everything going on, these Fridays being able to go home have been remarkable. I don't even know how to... Remarkable, AJ. That's why I love the fact that you're about to speak about the people that are about to speak about it.
I mean, like you said, too, Friday, what were we doing before the show? Blasting music, shooting hoops.
Oh, that was nuts.
Hanging out, drinking
We had a
Coke
little
Zeros.
Avicii going.
Yep.
We had some Mike Posner going.
Of course.
Yes, Posner, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
Bruce.
Yeah, a little Jordan Davis.
Yeah, we'd have Bonder.
8 years. Bye.
Bonder. It's a banger.
Yeah.
Some money in a plate.
Church. And then Luke Bryan comes in.
Yeah.
Before you sign to climb that ladder, let me tell you what it's all about. Find a thing that really matters.
Find what you love and make it work.
Bam. And binder. Yeah. We played that one. We're trying to learn that one, obviously, as you.
War
hear it.
Pigs.
Okay. Black Sabbath did play in here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite a Thunderdome this morning, AJ, but it did get us jacked up.
Yeah, it did, just like 5-hour energy. Hell yeah. 5-hour energy gives you the alert, energized feeling you need to get in the zone and stay in the zone all the way through the 181 days till NFL football countdown.
Are you still doing that on your Twitter?
Oh, yeah. 181 days, Palindrome Day. Go to 5-Hour Energy's website to find over 15 flavors to choose from, with flavors like watermelon, tropical burst, blue raspberry, peach mango, and AJ's favorite,
Hawaii.
Fruit punch.
Oh, okay. Okay, fruit punch.
What's your favorite, Pat?
Hawaiian breeze. This one really changes the game.
You said it takes you back to Hawaii.
It does. It's like a taste of mana.
Mm-hmm. Much
You know what I
mana.
It is much mana.
And then it's a lot of,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of this.
a lot of upbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Sending it your way. Bah.
Throwing the mana. A little
Boom.
shaka here, shaka there. Not as many people giving it back this past trip. What's that all about?
Mana.
Thought we were in this thing.
They might be low on mana.
Much mana.
Much mana.
Much mana. Ooze.
Mana ooze.
But yeah, the Hawaiian breeze is delightful.
Yeah, all of them really are fantastic, and there's a flavor for everyone. You can use promo code McAfee, to receive 20% off.
There we go.
Oh, your order at 5energy.com.
Okay.
Promo code McAfee.
Are you ready, Ty?
I got 8 of them.
Okay, we're giving Ty some time there. We were really bullshitting as you saw that happen both before we went live and while we were chatting about the wonderful 5-hour energy.
Hell yeah.
Because Ty has been scouring the internet looking for great trivia questions. We think we figured this out, AJ, and you let us know if you agree or not.
Okay.
Tone Diggs brought this up because Tone Diggs immediately put himself in the place of a caller and kind of went through it. He said, need a timer because they can just Google it. Okay? So guess what we're going to have? Boom. Boom. Timer on the back. But no, we got no AJ. We got no AJ.
No. What do we do?
This is a big time trivia operation.
That's a bummer.
Where the
You got me on audio. That's all we need.
Boom! We got AJ. Okay?
Jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 5-Hour Energy Phone Line Trivia Feel Good Friday.
Hell yeah.
Every caller that calls into the 5-Hour Energy Phone Line here, 1-833-432-3663 or 1-833-4-DODOME. We'll have an opportunity to answer a trivia question from that man who got accepted to
Harvard.
Wow. After meeting a Harvard guy and golfing with a Harvard guy, you would have fit in just fine. I think you would have done great, but you got a big brain. Ty Schmidt will be asking the trivia questions. The clock shall begin immediately following the question being asked. Okay? So it's not like you got to read the questions good.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Timer starts after the question has been
They'll
completed.
probably be, as he's asking the question, the smart ones will be typing it up too.
Why
to try
you?
to figure it
Okay,
out.
AJ, shut up. All right, listen.
What the fuck?
You're like the masked
If you
magician,
can,
bro.
If you can do it in 10 seconds, credit and good on you.
That's what the thought was, but now should we change the clock to 8?
Or
No. 10's good.
Yeah.
That's going to come quick.
It will. Some of these are definitely harder than the others as well.
Coming fast.
Yeah, real thick.
What?
All right, let's go to the phones. First contestant is Isaiah in Florida. Isaiah, what's your Twitter handle, pal?
Isaiah D. Delgado.
Oh, hey, Delgado.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what part of Florida are you calling in from, Isaiah?
I'm over here in Orlando. I go to UCF. I was pretty bummed when you guys didn't make it out for game day. Goddamn JP. Whatever.
Hey, the Knights, not the Golden Knights. Remember.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
There's one Golden Knights.
I called you guys the Golden Knights, taking on Tulane or something this year. And then I was the only person that picked the school. Still got bashed because we're not the Golden Knights anymore. We're the fucking Knights. Okay, we dropped Golden years ago.
You talk about us, I'm taking it.
Okay, thank you, Isaiah.
You have a brain.
I appreciate that. But it also reminded me, they're the Knights. But are the Knights intelligent? We shall see. Ty, the first question of the 5-hour energy. Trivia, Feel Good Friday merch giveaway.
What is the most commonly used letter in the English alphabet?
Here we go. Wow.
I could Google that.
All right, he gives his answer. That seems like an easy answer. He says E. Isaiah in Orlando, Florida.
That is correct.
Whoa!
Wow.
Congratulations to Isaiah, 1 for 1.
Had no idea.
I did know that. AJ, you knew that, right?
Nope.
Oh, I watch Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, bingo.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, they say that in Wheel of Fortune. Oh, okay.
If you're a Wheel of Fortune watcher, E is the go-to. Then ST if you're going with like
consonants.
Like those, R maybe in there.
A. M.
And too if an M's there, and it probably
RSTLE.
Boom.
Wrestle.
There we go.
That's R.L. Stein.
All right. All right.
That's why he made his name that.
All right, let's go to the phones.
Wait, why? This is way over my head, you book nerd.
No, I don't know it either. Let's go to the phones. Let's contestant number 2 after Isaiah's success. Isaiah D. Doggins work.
Let it go, Isaiah.
We will say to Isaiah right now, Mitt wrote down the Twitter handles while people were on hold.
Smart.
So that is a lot of dependence upon Mitt getting it right. We would say that we'll go back and check the tape.
Yep.
And Bruce will have to do that probably a couple times here.
No.
But we did try to expedite the process. Okay, thank you, Bruce.
That'll be Bruce.
Good work, Bruce.
How do you spell that?
Isaiah, S-A.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, it's a tough name.
Spell Delgado.
Fuck. Hey, you're killing him, Mitt.
Where they go, Mitt? Keep it going, Mitt. T-E Delgado.
Is that where Mitt is during the show?
Yeah,
he's in his whole
phone cord might be wrapped around his neck.
Oh, how'd this happen?
What are you doing?
Getting proof of life.
Yeah.
He's backer.
Yeah, he needs to buy dirt. There's not a lot of space in there. We need to take down a wall, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. That seems tight. That seems uncomfortably tight there.
No.
Has his own AC in there.
Good for him.
That's pretty good.
He's fine.
He doesn't have to live in there. He certainly has a seat back there.
Exactly.
He has kind of chosen that this is my cabin.
That's right.
Since day one.
We appreciate it. Hey, you're doing great, Mitt. All right,
Mitt.
let's go to the next caller here. Let's go to Shannon in Kansas City. Once again, trivia question. 10 seconds to answer it. You get it right, you win some merch. Will the merch be great 3 months from now? We do not know.
Couldn't tell you.
Maybe.
It is now, though.
Damn right. Shannon in Kansas City, what's going on? How are you?
What's going on, man?
Shannon, just hanging, having a good time, doing a little trivia. It's the first time we've done this, long time. We used to do something called You Trivia. Here's a trip back in time, where the guest would come on and we would give them trivia questions about themselves. Now, I'm not saying we created that thing, but this was like 6 years ago. We were doing this, and people were getting things wrong. So it kind of like killed the whole thing. It kind of killed the whole, because we didn't want to embarrass anybody or make them look stupid. I'm happy we got trivia back, Shannon. The first one, Isaiah out of Orlando, Florida, UCF Knight, got it right with ease.
Yeah.
Shannon, do you feel like you're going to be able to do okay at this, or you got a big brain?
Oh, yeah. Come on now. We're from the Midwest. We're not from the South. We're going to get this one right.
Oh, Jesus. Little regional warfare there. We'll find out, Shannon. Good luck. Ty has a question.
Who was the 2018 NFL MVP?
Oh, my God.
Lamar Jackson.
Final answer.
Is it Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, he did.
Ooh, boy, that's got to be tough being from Kansas City. It was Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Shannon. Oh, my God.
Well.
Is that how you all are in the Midwest, AJ?
I'd have probably guessed Lamar, too.
Yeah, I just assumed it was because, like, for me, and Ty, this is my fault because I know you and I appreciate you. And we had the conversation about what level of question. That first question, I was like, oh, Ty's giving a bunch of fucking easy ones. My wife and I watch a lot of trivia games. The easy ones are not fun. The ones that you got to, like, get pumped to get right. I thought Lamar Jackson was the answer because he's in the middle of the full talking conversation right now. I should have known better.
I wasn't going
to. With Ty. Yeah, Ty's going to throw you off.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
You think that.
And I wasn't going to give him that one because he was from Kansas City. I figured he'd know right away. But then he said, how smart he was.
Oh my God!
All right, let's go with the Mahomes.
See, I should have known that. So the E one was easy because I'm Wheel of Fortune one.
And it was the first one. I just wanted to make sure, we don't got a crazy one.
And what's the process?
Exactly. There are some tough ones on here. Whoever is coming on next, good luck.
All right, that's Nick in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. How about the Brains, Nick? Where are you from, pal?
I'm from Frankston, Texas. How you doing, Pat?
Hey, keep it moving, Nick. I have no idea where are you, Wes? Are you where the Big Green was filmed, that soccer movie?
Yeah, Steve Guttenberg.
No, sir. I'm from East Texas in the Piney Woods.
Okay, well, we appreciate the hell out of you calling in, Nick. You feel like you got a big brain? You a good trivia guy?
I'm a good trivia guy, but normally I do it with a couple beers in me, so I just might be a little nervous.
All right, well, sober Nick down there in Texas, good luck.
Nick, what is the smallest bone in the human body?
Holy shit. Go through them all, not your dick, Nick.
It has to be a bone in your foot.
Okay, final answer?
That's all I got.
Feels a bit broad. We did not specify on whether or not it had to be.
Well, let me see if this is in the foot.
Well, yeah. Well,
it's not a bone in your foot. That is not the answer.
Okay, but if the answer is a bone in the foot, we would like to go on record saying we will accept that.
For sure.
Future answers, though, we need a little bit more descriptive answers.
That is incorrect.
Oh, you're wrong anyways, Nick.
It is the stirrup bone, and it is in the tip of your finger.
Hey, you need to get on your stirrups down there and figure it the fuck out, Nick. Come on. All right, you're sober. Take that pony into a library. No, I didn't know that answer either, Nick. Good luck out there. We appreciate you listening.
Stirrup.
That was a tough question there.
Jeez.
Okay, so you brought the heat.
got a couple.
AJ, he brought the heat a little bit there, didn't he?
Yeah, who would? I mean, I don't know. I had no clue.
That one I would not have gone right.
Yeah, I had no idea there.
I would have went with
bone.
I would have went with the bone in your foot though too, probably because I would have thought those little meta things.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Metatarsals.
Yeah. AJ, what's your thought?
I was thinking something baby toe, something in your foot. Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing like everyone else.
Nick was on the right path there for all us
My line
laymen.
went strictly right where yours did, straight to penis.
Well, yeah. I thought I was trying to beat Nick to it. I just assumed.
Yeah.
I assumed that's what Nick was going to do.
Would a good joke get a merch?
Yeah, I think so. Good call.
Sure.
Yeah, good call. Good vibes, probably. And if you're close,
like if it was bone in the foot.
But now that we've said that, if we don't give it to somebody, we're basically saying, yeah, you sucked, which is tough. That's going to be a tough thing, AJ. That's what happens when we call into the 5 Feel Good Friday.
That's right.
Let's go to Brandon in California. What's going on, Brandon?
Hey, what's going on, Pat? How you guys doing today?
Hey, keep it moving, Brandon. What part of California? Southern, northern, or like the inland part? Like 3 states over there, right?
Yeah, I'm a SoCal baby through and through, greater Los Angeles area.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to the sunshine and snow, right? Didn't you guys have snow or no?
Oh, yeah.
Last week?
We had a little bit of snow up a little bit further up, like high desert area, but not too bad.
I saw it by the Hollywood sign.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of it.
I also saw a moon on the Arctic Circle once.
That was crazy.
That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
That was great editing. Come on. I fell for that.
So did I.
I was all in on it. I'm like, yeah, up there, probably. Like the way that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I was all in on this thing. I'm like, yeah, that'd freak me the fuck out if this was happening out of nowhere.
Yeah, once a year.
You tell me it's not real?
Tone Diggs was very, I want to say close to very disappointed with me this morning that I even
normally
alluded.
Boom.
That's something that I would be like,
looks
this
cool.
is like, I am the most gullible person in here.
Man, that's neat.
Whoever
Isn't it?
made that, yeah, is a genius.
Because when you're up there, they get like 24 hours of daylight, 24 hours a night, because where they're at.
Bingo.
And I'm not going to travel there probably. I mean, you know what? I would like to say I will. I will go there someday. I just feel like whenever it's time to travel, I'm not sure I'm going to pick the fucking Arctic Circle, but there's a chance I go up there someday. It's like, that must be what it's like. And then literally Tone almost puked in his fucking mouth looking at me. I've never seen anything like it, but that's incredible editing. Anyways, let's not get distracted here.
Okay. This is a multiple choice question.
Brandon in California, good luck. First person was a winner. The last 2 people have not won. Kansas City, Texas have lost. Florida has won. SoCal is now in the batter's box. Good luck out there.
Brandon, how many Oscars has Tom Cruise won? A, 2, B, 4, C, 0, or D, 5?
Let's go with A, 2. Final answer.
In the nick of time, we started the clock early, too, because we couldn't deal with the bullshit of him definitely searching while we had to continue to read the elongated question. So you got about 5 seconds there. He says A, 2.
I know this is tough to believe and maybe even make your brain explode. Tom Cruise has never won an Oscar.
Oh, man.
Wow. What?
I was worried about that.
Yeah.
I thought he won.
Brandon, sorry about it. You're confused. You're just as confused as I am, pal, because I thought you were going to say, believe it or not, he's only won 2. I thought that's what you were going with.
No, he's never won an Oscar.
Has he been nominated?
Oh, yeah.
That's a bummer.
For what?
Jerry Maguire.
Oblivion.
Magnolia. You ever seen Magnolia?
Magnolia, yep.
Oh, great.
Frank T.J. Mackey.
Tropic Thunder.
Do they have like a stunt, like best stunt of the year?
No, they're talking about adding something like that, but they haven't.
So Leo never won one, right? For a long time, too?
Yeah, until like very
And the
recently.
Revenant.
Yeah.
Where he gets eaten by that bear.
Oh, yeah, and then he have it on his back at some point?
And he
Oh,
survived.
yeah.
Spoiler, right?
Yeah, spoiler.
I wanted Brandon to win.
How come these actors that make all the money don't have any awards?
TC don't give a fuck about that.
No, I understand TC doesn't. But like as somebody that's just getting introduced to TC, and I've watched like Mission Impossible now a couple times. Only a few of them. There's 100, I guess. He's still filming 13. He just jumped out of a helicopter for it.
Yep.
Right? Is that the right accurate number?
Yeah, he's filming 7 and 8 right now.
What's his box office? How many billion?
Oh, I have no idea, but it's a lot.
So how is he not? I don't like Leo. I just assume Titanic. Yeah, they just won everything.
I mean, who votes on that stuff anyway, though? You know how it goes.
Yeah, awards don't mean shit, but I'm just saying, like, why do people take them so serious over there? You know, because like my wife with an award show, here we go. You know, and like I even kind of get like, all right, wow, good for them. Like, but how's it even?
Well, that's what they said. The Oscars have kind of turned into it's like whoever has the best promotional wing behind them. So like if the studio wants to spend a shitload of money to like really promote and push their Oscar status, like there's a good chance that that person will either get nominated or win, and it won't go to the actual best performance.
Oh, so it used to mean something.
For sure.
Because I have a hard time believing it. I'm like, Leo just won, bro? Like, what are we talking about?
In the 38 movies where Tom has been the lead, he has the worldwide box office is $8.5 billion.
Dog.
No awards in his industry, though. That's hilarious.
It is a higher honor, though, to bring back the whole film industry, though.
I'd say he put that fucker right on his back and right on his mask.
Right.
What's his name just came up and shook his hand and said, you saved the entire...
Scorsese, right?
Spielberg.
Same, but different.
Yeah, right.
I don't know that world well, please. Jesus. People will attack me for it. Brandon and SoCal, everything we just said about the movie business accurate?
I have no clue, but real quick before.
All right, Brandon, we ain't got time. This is trivia, pal. Trivia, all right? You can't get one wrong, and then, that ain't. We appreciate you, though. Let's go to Logan in Norman, Oklahoma. Here we go. Over here in Norman. What's going on, Logan?
What's going on, guys? First time caller. Real excited. Big fan of y'all.
Hey, I want to let you know you're a 5th contestant here on this glorious new trivia show that we're starting today. We'll probably be seen sporadically when we remember that we have it in the future. And we hope you do a great job representing Oklahoma. Texas got it wrong earlier. I know how Boomer.
Sooner.
And I know how big of a deal that would be. So, Logan, let's go ahead and get this one right for a piece of merch. Ty has your question, pal.
Logan, what is the highest grossing movie of all time?
Ooh, is it Avengers Endgame?
Final answer, Logan. There's quite a groan on the other side.
Man.
And you're out of time. Nobody cares. So Avengers Endgame is what he says.
That is number 2. I think we all know what number 1 is.
Yep.
Top Gun.
Is this still
Avatar? It's Avatar.
Hell yeah, it is. The original?
Yeah.
They actually
fucking right, we're still doing it.
They actually brought it back into theaters so that it would become number 1 again.
Logan, I'm sorry about it, pal. Yeah, they did run it before the new Avatar came.
Avengers is number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's a culmination of people's lives.
When Jimmy Cameron went to that other planet, took pictures of what was going on, how everything was going, and then came back. And they said it took like 8 years to get there, 8 years to get back. They all obviously Hollywooded it a little bit. It actually took them 4 years to get there, 4 years to get back. And then they just recreated what's happening on another planet. People loved it.
They did.
And they knew.
People loved it, didn't they, AJ?
They did. You really loved it.
I did. I enjoyed it. I watched the whole thing. But that was my first time ever watching a movie with that type of storyline, if that makes sense.
Sure.
You know what I mean? There's other movies that.
Is that considered sci-fi?
Yeah, potential science fiction. Yeah, fantasy. It's nonfiction to some people.
I was talking about like. Well, that's what. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
It is.
I was talking about like Dances with Wolves,
Yeah,
right?
you're talking about
Pocahontas,
Foreign-
Dances with Wolves, etc., etc.
All those. It's like the same story almost.
Yeah.
It's like that's the story arc.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And I've never seen any of those movies, so this is my first time really. Come on, Jacob.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, Jacob, hey, let's go. So I really bought hook, line, and sinker into that. And also the visuals, if you're into some stuff that I'm in illegal
Come on.
states.
Yep.
Man, every time they took a step, I saw their whole fucking ground light up. I'm like, okay, need to somehow get wealthy enough that that's like the pool that you have at the house or something like that. It is. Yeah, I enjoyed that movie. Avatar 2, I'm watching the end of it.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Let's go to another contestant here on the. Have you seen Avatar 2 yet, AJ?
I have not. I'm waiting to watch that one at the house.
Yeah, when's that happening?
Soon, right?
Yeah, I would imagine probably pretty soon.
All right. Hate to do this to you, Ty.
Uh-oh.
Let's go to Craig in Iowa. Craig, what part of Iowa are you in, pal?
Northeast Iowa.
Okay, what town?
Lansing. It's like 1,000 people. It's right on the river.
Lansing's very nice.
Hell yeah. Hey, let's go, Craig.
1,000
Representing.
people.
This guy's a river person. Right on the river up there in
A lot of
Lansing.
cabins up there.
Hey, we grew up in a river city as well, pal. We understand what it's all about. Good luck in this trivia question from.
I'm going to need it.
Whoa. This is the Ian Rappaport thing.
Come on.
Come on, Craig.
Come on, Craig.
Come on,
Get it
Craig.
together, Craig.
Get together, Craig.
Why you say, Craig, you don't have biggest brain or what? What's going on?
I mean, I like to think I'm pretty smart. My friends would probably say I'm dumb as a post, but
Oh, so you're the oblivious dumb
Nice.
guy. Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right, we like that. Well, I appreciate you calling in here, but then showcasing self-awareness. I'm betting Craig gets it right.
Me too.
I'm thinking Craig gets it right.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Ty.
Speaking of brains, Craig, what living animal has the heaviest brain?
Oh, he's on the show.
Simple.
elephant.
Oh, boy, Craig.
Craig.
You got 3
They're
more
dumb as
seconds.
hell, but they're a big ass animal.
Yeah, and they're not dumb as hell. They got like
They never forget anything.
Craig.
Smarter than you,
They're
Craig.
very smart.
Right? They are. They're way smarter than me.
Craig, you're not dumb as a post, I don't think. You were a
No
little rude
way.
to yourself earlier via your friends. What was the right answer?
Sperm whale.
Oh,
It's the biggest
jeez.
animal there is.
How
Craig,
how big is their brain? How much does it weigh?
I don't have that information.
10,000 pounds.
You threw him a slider there.
A little bit.
Sperm whale?
I would have accepted whale.
Whale would have
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it done for sure.
Those whales are so fucking powerful, dude.
Yeah.
I watched,
There are a lot of elephants.
So big.
dude,
Blue
I,
whale.
I watched one out there in that ocean. It was the first time I'd seen it do this. Normally it's just like a,
Yeah.
and then, and then the tail will stick up and do like a little splash, like, oh. These fuckers were jumping up out of there.
Yep.
They're buildings, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
how much do they have to jump, and why are they jumping? Does anybody know?
Show off.
Fun. It's fun. What do you mean?
Have fun.
Oh, they're just fucking around out there?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Entertain the people.
do we see killer whales in the wild much? It always seems to be these guys.
Well, killer whale down in South Africa killed like 17 great white sharks and only ate the livers, allegedly. That happened very recently on the internet.
20-pound brain.
And this?
That's it. Huh?
Allegedly, that scuba diver is the Big Show.
Well,
It's a big show.
Would have to be with the ratio here. But this is what they need to be doing on NFL Network. This is like a great depiction. Okay, that's a fucking whale. Look at how the size of guy
Yeah.
in proportion, you know?
I think a guy looks too big, too, to be honest.
Well, that's what
me too.
That's what we're saying. Like science, I guess. Is that what that would be? Science.
Can they see in front of them with their
Marine
eyes on the side
biology.
like that?
Oh.
Yeah. To your point, though, you can't be putting MJD next to Rap Sheet.
MJD is legend in our book.
I love MGD.
But they do have a couple situations that we have seen where if
Optically,
they're
it's not
setting
good.
somebody up for failure.
yes.
Anybody in that position would look, let alone,
Yeah.
boom. How about Rapport at the combine? You see him
Oh, yeah.
lowering his chair,
Yeah.
fucking around?
Being an
he thought he was
asshole.
coming
What?
to you.
Siciliano.
Little do we know that whenever, Massacre Week comes, push comes to shove, he's going to be
pouting
around.
This is so hard.
But good question, AJ. What do you think, AJ? You think they can see front ahead or only through the side?
I mean, do they sense it? Like, how do they? Because look at that. Look at his little eyeball, like halfway back behind his body.
They're colorblind.
Is that his eyeball?
Okay, they're colorblind.
How do we know that they're colorblind?
Has anybody asked them?
You pull.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you pull.
How do we know that?
You pull their eye out, and then you look through their eye, and you can't see color.
Boom.
Okay, because the color could happen in the fucking 20.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, good point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is the eye you're talking about here.
Yep.
Little bit of a slit. That's a long way to get.
That is a long way.
That's a long,
it is.
Long nose.
Imagine how cross-eyed you was like when you one of those.
Backing up a U-Haul.
I mean, so they're gonna only be seeing over here. But they got another one. They got two spotlight cams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what it is.
They're not
Can't
worried
see
about
right in
what's
front of
front.
them. Just, you gotta stay right in front of them.
Says they got to angle their head to see fucking from them.
Fucking idiots.
What are you talking about? The brain's huge.
They got a 20-pound brain. How many more questions do you have over there, Ty?
2.
Do you think anybody gets any of them right, or?
One of them is pretty easy, and I feel like one of them you've either heard what the answer is or you could find a way to get there.
All right, this is either Devi or Devi.
Okay.
And it's in Long Island, New York.
Oh, on the island.
On the island.
On the island.
Devi, what is the name?
It's Debbie.
Debbie or Devi?
Debbie, like Debbie does Dallas.
Okay, thank you.
Christ.
Obviously, an incredible reference
Thank
there.
you, Deb.
And shout out to you, Debbie. I'm sure you had to experience that in your life on numerous occasions. Great. Is that namesake? Great question, AJ. Okay, we shall move on. Mitt did not hear
hear what
Debbie.
he said.
Mitt did not hear Debbie. Did he hear her Twitter handle, I wonder? Debbie, what is your Twitter handle if you were to win this and we'd be able to send you some merch?
It is at Foul Queen.
Foul Queen.
Hell yeah.
Foul Queen.
That's classic Long Island.
Debbie, like Debbie does
I'm-
Dallas, at Foul Queen. Like bird
Correct.
foul or basketball foul or like that's foul.
Baseball. Foul!
No, like,
The bird foul.
like FAL, Mad Dog Sports Radio, The
Oh!
Morning Men.
Foul!
Oh.
Holy fuck!
That's how I found you boys. I can't believe I didn't know about you before Mad Dog, and I'm a total mark for the show. I love you all.
Let's go.
Man, we
Awesome.
appreciate you,
Debbie.
Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. We appreciate it. Sorry about that.
Let's go,
We have
Debbie.
never heard that. The foul, we did know the foul community, though.
Oh, yeah.
And that started because
Yeah.
somebody said, instead of saying like some, hey, pal, said, hey, foul in a big moment. So then everybody became foul. I do believe. Massive
Yeah, it was-
inside community thing for the Mad Dog Radio people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Doggy was talking to Steve Phillips, and he wanted to say either Phillips or Foul, and he introduced Steve Phillips. He said, how you doing, Foul? And it just kind of grew from there.
So instead of pal, we got foul queen,
Yeah.
Debbie, Long Island. Do you
And
think
Foul
you're gonna?
Nation.
Oh, Foulmation.
Foul Nation was born. Yeah, Foul Nation
Foul
was born.
Nation.
from
Foul
that.
Nation.
Oh, I thought like Foulmation though, like a
Down-
dog
like
with
Dalmatian.
dog. I mean, I'm sure that's already
Yeah.
taken. But Debbie, how do you feel like you're going to do in this trivia contest?
I hope Ty's Ty's my favorite, and I'm not just saying that to be a mark, but I love
go.
Ty. So I hope,
Come on,
I hope
Ty.
he
Give
goes
her an easy
easy.
one.
He just
Give her the easier
he
one.
cracks me up.
Okay,
And I
good.
love him.
Good,
So-
Debbie. He did say that there was 2 different questions left. One was an easy
Okay.
one not so much. He just said he's going to go with the easy one. See that? That's business right there. You just did business, Debbie.
Right.
You just worked.
Thank you.
You just worked the person in charge. Got an easier question.
Yep.
Now you're going to get it right. Let's go, Debbie on Long Island.
Debbie, what is
And I feel
the
like a
Oh, no.
Oh,
Foul queen. Foul queen.
Debbie? What is the
I'm sorry.
0-2.
Okay. All right. We good, Debbie? You ready to go here?
Yes.
All right. What is the recommended daily amount of water intake for a human being?
Oh, I know this one.
In ounces?
I'm going to go with 64 ounces a day.
Oh, you can say a sentence. You got 4 seconds about ounces in your weight. No, you're out of time.
Gallon.
Sorry, Debbie. I'm sorry. Jeez.
64 ounces.
Debbie, it was an honor to meet you, honestly, and chat with you. Ty, what was
Love
the
you
answer?
guys.
Love you too, Debbie. It is 64 fluid ounces, so I don't know if you want.
No, she's right. Yeah, she's right.
Hell yeah.
100% right, Debbie. Hold on, TB12 told me I got to drink like for my body weight. I thought that was like for however much you weigh, you have to have ounces of water or something, or half the amount of ounces of water.
It's weird, right? Because if you sell bottles that are, based on how much you weigh, then you can sell more bottles if you're telling people you have to drink that much.
Okay, so you're saying the hydration conversation is one that's maybe been worked and pried at a little bit since the beginning of it all, but the science is 64 fluid ounces?
8-ounce glasses of water is what the...
Debbie!
Woo!
The foul queen!
Hell yeah, Debbie. That was awesome. I thought you were wrong. I thought that was way wrong.
Me too.
I would have got that one wrong because I thought it was a fuck.
I thought it was like 120.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah.
There it is.
Prick. Yeah, we get it, dude. You like water.
Is that real?
8 cups a day.
Yep.
We get it, dude.
Yeah, sweet.
This fucking guy.
I don't know. I've been doing it all wrong. I've been hydrating the shit out of myself. Not as much as that guy, though.
No.
Tom Brady
2 hands
lives off of hydration. What's that, pal?
He needs 2 hands for that thing.
Could you imagine strapping that to your waist? Like, how do you... I've always tried. Debbie, congratulations.
There you go, Debbie.
Thank you, boys.
We appreciate you, Debbie. Take care, Fal. Were you a carry a jug of water guy around?
No.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
No, absolutely not. I drink a ton of water, but I've never, I guess, been serious and carried a jug of water around. I've only done it sarcastically.
I don't know how people do it. Like, honestly, I don't know how.
Pain in the ass.
Gallon
Just drink
jug.
water.
Yeah, I don't like. I've seen people that do
Yeah,
it.
it's like, hey, we get it, bud. You do CrossFit. We get it. Like, that's
Or
have
bodybuilder,
a
right?
milk jug.
Yeah, it's like pretty easy.
Yeah.
Like the bodybuilders, you look at, you're like, all right, that's literally a part of the job. That's actually a part of the job. Like everything like that. Everything else, I get very confused about just because they say, oh, it's got a latch. So I'm hooking that fucker up like
Pull my pants down?
like right here, and that's just.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what you're supposed to do with it. Put it on your belt? What?
Yeah.
No.
Wearing it sarcastically is like to AJ's point. Like if you get a gallon jug and then you start writing on it like hard work plus dedication equals success.
Yep.
Like that's what we would do in high school because we would have to do it. So we might as well make a joke and a mockery out of this thing.
Like the gallon jugs?
Yes, like the Poland Spring gallon water you can get for like $2 at the gas station. Then you get a Sharpie and you write like, today we win and stuff like that on it.
And you had to finish it every day?
Yeah. It's kind of the goal.
So everybody's just going to the toilet, just dumping it in the bathroom? Or?
Yeah, definitely a majority. And
Oh, man, long piss.
yeah, nearly everyone wasn't finishing it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Why do we always got to fuck everything up, by the way? Like, that was such good intentions. Hey, drink this water.
It's good for
All
you.
right. So I got to carry this thing, heavy-ass thing around all day? I'm not even thirsty right now. I got to go to the bathroom. All right. I chugged that thing. All right, it was a blast. Thank you for looking out. AJ, you're so you're not a carry a jug of water guy. I did not expect that. Did you?
No, I figured he'd be jugged up all day.
Me too.
Have you ever seen? Don't you think one of the times you ever saw me, I would have a jug of water? I do have usually water with me, but like a normal sized bottle of water.
You have them under your desk and you piss in them during the show.
Yeah, you got big old jugs under the desk.
Yeah, you love jugs.
Figured he was jugged up with a string tank top. Fucking.
Yeah.
Some of those.
You think The Rock carries?
Yeah.
Rock doesn't carry. Somebody carries for Rock. The Rock. Well, how
Yeah,
does
he's got carrying a fucking Culligan jug around.
Well, he definitely has Zoe energy drink, which we have in our refrigerator there. And that sounded like an ad read. It is not.
No.
It is.
No.
But as soon as Zito heard it existed, he ordered 4 pallets. And he was helping out. It's delicious, actually.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
Ooze
big
juice
drink.
is great.
Ooze juice is incredible.
Ooze juice.
But he eats probably every, like 30 minutes. He looks unbelievable.
Yeah, all natural, too.
What is your...
I saw him at the Teen Choice Awards, accepting an award from Hawaii with his little daughters. They slimed him.
Did he?
Did he send out much mana?
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, it was very like he mentioned like a saying that he has over there in Hawaii.
Much mana.
Oh, it's
I don't know if it was that one, but yeah.
It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Via con Dios.
It's pretty good.
Is that what he said on that?
Zach Brown said that one.
Via con Dios means go with God. So he may have said that as well.
Point Break.
Point Break. Such a good movie.
We got off tracks a little bit, boys. Let's get back into it.
Last question.
It is time to see if we'll have another winner. Debbie won.
What?
Isaiah won.
What?
Will Carlos in Miami win? Carlos, how you doing, pal?
I'm doing well, boys. I'm doing well.
Hey, Miami full time? Did you move there? What's it like all day, every day? In my head, it's just like an Instagram post of everybody out having a blast or a scrum in the street somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually flipped. I go to school in Ohio, and I grew up in Miami.
Miami of Ohio.
No. In Miami, Florida, but I go to university in Ohio, in Columbus.
AJ, that's got to be one of the first times. Has that happened before, AJ? In your knowledge, you're from Ohio. Has that ever taken place without sports being involved? Or Carlos, you play sports?
I was playing baseball for a second, and then I lost the track of school, and I got a little party heavy.
Oh, yeah. Carlos.
Fuck
He also
baseball.
keeps saying university in Ohio. He won't.
Where do
say
you go to
it. I don't
school?
think it's Ohio State in Columbus.
It's not. I go to Denison University.
Denison?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good.
Steve Carell went there, I think.
Really?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stevie.
Hey, baby. See, Michael Scott's fresh out of Denison.
Shout out Massachusetts.
It's in Ohio.
Yeah, it's in Ohio.
Steve Carell.
He's from Boston.
I think Nardog, too. Nardog went somewhere in Ohio.
No, he went to Cornell.
Yeah.
Yeah, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Andrew Bernard,
real-
another
the real
character. in the-
person.
Carlos, you going to graduate, or are you just there forever? Work, or like what's the plan here? You kind of lost track. You said a school. What's next? You're just in Ohio now.
Well, so I went back home for a semester. I came back, and now I'm balling. I'm
Nah,
balling.
baby,
I'm on
hey,
the top of the
go.
game right now.
That's what I'm talking about, Carlos.
Get it right, get it tight.
Hey, some people go home there after fucking that up and never come back. You made a decision to turn it around. Good for you, Carlos.
Let's go, Carlos.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that. I hope you win this trivia question that Ty's about to ask you, Carlos.
Carlos, who
Oh, yeah.
was the 2013 Super Bowl champion?
Oh, shit. 7 seconds.
I'm going to go with the San Francisco...
3
Fuck,
seconds.
I don't know. 49ers, but if I don't get it, I don't give a fuck. All I'm going to say is free Gumpy. That's all I give a fuck about. That's really what I'm calling.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Carlos.
Give him the merch.
Yeah, you're right, Carlos. I think we have your Twitter. That was you put out a good message.
Yeah, boy,
What was the right answer?
49ers got beat by the Ravens in that Super Bowl.
Long return, potentially
The
possible.
lights went out, right?
Yes,
The lights
big
went out.
Beyonce.
Yeah, game was fixed. Lights went out.
Ray Lewis's last game.
Nick.
That's what Ray Lewis said. They didn't want him to win. Goodell tried to stop.
I mean, nothing was stopping Flacco that year. I don't know why.
So Flacco's mic'd up on that one because they took a safety, then they punt
Yes.
to end that game. Flacco's mic'd up was saying like something like, "Hey, if this guy starts breaking loose on our sideline, one of us should trip him." Like actually, because there was no time left. He's mic'd up saying it, and they released that mic'd up thing.
I remember that.
I was like, all right, Flacco's a dog.
Yeah.
Flacco's like, hey, who on the team is, hey, you. If this dude starts, you accidentally, right? Don't you, you faint out there, you kind of trip him up or whatever. And we figured this, I was like, damn. And then they let it out. I was very pumped about it. The Ravens had a miraculous run through Denver, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They had those
The
deep balls
Hail
that they were
Mary.
throwing.
Yeah.
That Flacco was uncorking. There were some pass interferences. There were some connections. Jacoby Jones,
Yeah.
the returner and wide receiver,
Yeah.
he took over. Went to Dancing with the Stars, I believe, immediately after that. Yeah, that was a run by them.
Because that was the year that Peyton threw the 55 touchdowns and broke the record, I think, right? And Baltimore beat them in Denver to go to either the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship.
Damn.
I thought the year. I could be wrong.
That might have
That
been
they played
Seattle.
Might have been the
Seattle.
year before.
They played Seattle the year that he broke. The,
I don't know. To be honest, nice
No,
to
I
take
mean
a trip
in-
down
in
memory lane
play.
right there. 2013 champion, Niners were said. And in my head, I'm like, the Niners haven't won a Super Bowl in a long time. Right?
I was just going to say, the
Yeah.
Niners haven't won a Super Bowl.
That was
since
all
the
I was
90s.
thinking immediately. I completely forgot about the Ravens-Niners game. Harbaugh, Kaepernick.
Yep.
Brother versus brother.
Hell yeah. That was a big thing.
That run by Flacco actually was surgical. He had like 12 touchdowns, no picks.
On a contract year.
Yes. But
$100 million afterwards.
and that was in 2012. Why won't they do that?
Congratulations, Flacco.
What do you got, Flacco?
Oh, and now we come full circle for the story of everybody.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson. What's going to happen, AJ? Did you hear Ian earlier say, if anybody does anything right now, they're kind of held hostage for like 5 days as the Baltimore Ravens have to try to match it and construct it and see if they want to do it. They have a 5-day window. So then if the Ravens match it and you end up not getting Lamar, you miss Wednesday and the tampering period of free agency and everything else. So it's an interesting timing, I guess, for it. But Ian said he hasn't been able to find a team. That's just because everybody's trying to figure it out right now still? I assume something's going to happen there.
You would assume so.
AJ, don't you think?
Yeah, something has to happen. But yeah, it makes sense that nothing will happen for the next 5 days, though, right? Until the legal tampering is open?
Yeah, probably for a couple weeks.
Yeah, because free agency will affect the draft. Like right now, the Patriots need a tackle, but if they get someone in free agency, then they're drafting a completely different position.
We had some breaking news out of the New England Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
Longtime Patriots safety Devin McCourty has announced his retirement. His brother is currently host on Good Morning Football. He was in last week, I believe, with him. The McCourty brothers, the McCourty twins, have been a fantastic part of the NFL for a very long time. Now they are both retired. Congratulations on a hell of a career.
Hell yeah. Love you, Devin.
AJ, anything to say about Devin McCourty? Played longer than his brother, obviously. That's good for him for the rest of his life. But also, he was a player, man. This dude was the dog for a long time, one place.
Yeah, both of them I feel like are super highly respected by players and fans. So yeah, I mean, awesome run by both of them. How many twins like this have done this in the NFL?
So tough, just because they're always going to be together. So how many opportunities are there? How many balls are there? How many? You know what I mean? How
just
many?
To make it alone is crazy, but the fact that they both had really, really good careers too.
Yeah, great careers, and they're going to have an impact on football for a long time. He's already on Good Morning Football. Your thoughts as you lose a leader up there in New England, Connor?
Yeah, definitely a massive bummer, but we were actually talking about this yesterday, how like when you're a corner and you get later into your career, you move to safety, but Devin McCourty actually his rookie year, drafted in the first round, had like 7 interceptions as a corner, and then in his second year, they moved him to safety, and that's kind of been like what he's been for the Patriots his entire career. It's just like a guy, he'll do whatever Belichick says. He was someone that once Brady left, who are the guys when you look around that are still from old regime to kind of pass that culture on to the next generation. It was him, it was Edelman, it was Slater. So definitely going to miss him. Kind of assumed he was gone. He signed a 2-year deal 2 years ago. Like I'd like to finish out my career in New England. And then obviously, like we were just talking about, where free agency affects the draft and everything. You want the Patriots to go after certain guys. Jesse Bates, I think, for everyone is at the top of that list, especially with another young safety, Kyle Duggar, playing on the other side. So hopefully that is kind of the transition we get.
You guys got money on a lot of money?
Yeah, I think we're 6th in cap space right now, and we haven't really made any moves yet at the moment.
And they will. The Patriots will make moves. They've proven that in recent history. Didn't hit on everything, but spent really quickly and in abundance. Tone, what were you were looking at something over there, it felt like?
No, you're right. Like they definitely have Jesse Bates in New England. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
It's just prototypical. Like this is a guy that they would bring in. Like there's a spot missing, and he is the perfect fill.
There's going to be a lot of this type of stuff happening over the next few days. We'll obviously monitor it all. Hey, when are we going to learn about Aaron's decision, you think, AJ, or what?
Great question. It's got to be sometime in what's the longest
Wednesday,
we could have to wait?
I guess.
Monday is when. Remember last year where it was like, hey, legal tampering starts Monday, and then all these.
These.
Everyone actually, a bunch of guys will get signed Monday, so you kind of need to.
Like if he is going to the Jets and he knows that, he would want to do it as soon as possible so they can be participants in free agency. You would think.
Both of them. Like if he cares about the Packers too.
All right. What's going to happen, AJ?
I would love to know, honestly.
Oh,
okay.
Don't you think if he knew, we would know?
Real rich out of
He
here.
knew, I think we
play
would
this
know.
game.
All right. We gave away some merches. We had a hell of a week. We gave away some money earlier. Pack was here. He was great.
Unbelievable.
Debbie got it right.
Crushed.
Isaiah got it right.
Yep.
You did.
That was a hell of a run.
Yeah.
It was fun trivia.
Not a bad little week. Questions, yeah. Good questions. I think you did well.
Good questions.
The E1 scared me. I don't know why I doubted you. You were like post-poop pants, though.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know if you were in your best condition.
Sure.
I should have known. Morning pickleball boy now all of a sudden. You know what I mean? I should have known you. Great. Way to go, Ty.
That boy, Ty.
It's fun.
Good job, Ty. Good job.
Diggs, big thing that happened this week that made your life better here in the program?
Wow, big thing. Can I say the truth?
Well, I mean, that is certainly your truth.
Get it off your chest, Diggs. What do you got?
Like Dana did.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of good things happen to me in the last few years, okay?
Okay.
I'd say morning pickleball's top 5.
All right, here we go.
That boy, Tony.
Like to hear that.
Hell yeah.
It's good
What
news. Made it worth it. Ty, how about you this week? What is the big thing? And obviously, we all appreciate the pickleball is taking place.
That is 1,000% what I was going to say as well.
Oh, the pickleball is really taking the office by storm.
It really is. It's just getting up and kind of waking up that way and getting a sweat in right away. Like, it really does. I mean, sometimes around 3:30, 4 o'clock, you kind of get that, like, oh, shit, if I really wanted to, I could go home and take a nap right now. I do not feel like that.
It's a little energy.
For sure. I feel great.
Waking up earlier.
And it is fun.
Doing more work, having more energy. What's that all about, AJ?
What's that all about?
Kind of sets the tone for the rest of the day, doesn't it?
It does. I was up late last night.
Me too.
Late last night, and it was like, what is the deal here? I'm supposed to? I thought I wake up early, naturally just go to bed. I have to concentrate on falling asleep though.
Yeah. Tell yourself you're a good sleeper.
Tom Segura told me this.
Bingo.
Tom Segura, when he did his tour here, he did tour everywhere. He did shows. He did 2 shows a night. Yeah, the Coming Everywhere tour. He did 2 shows a night in every city that has ever existed, pretty much. And when he came to Indianapolis, he looked unbelievable. That was at the beginning of his body transformation. Yeah. Now he's like an absolute dog, like real deal. And I said, I started asking him about it because he had like blueberries there he was eating everything. I'm like, so this is what we do every day? He said, really, the big thing is like my sleep. Like, I try to sleep good. I say, like, you know what? I'm going to sleep good. And then that just like sets everything up. I'm starting to utilize it. It's starting to work. I should have listened a long time ago to fucking Tom Segura.
The other thing he does is like if it's 7 p.m., he tells himself, "Hey, I'm going to bed in 4 hours. Like I have 4 hours that I'm awake for. When it gets to 11, I'm going to bed." So that's.
I wonder if he's still doing it. Holy shit! Marty Smith just came up on TV.
What? Whoa!
Fresh haircut, calling the Tennessee basketball game down there, the SEC championship. He has a orange tie on. He looks fucking remarkable.
Wait, is he the sideline guy, or is he sitting there at the desk?
He was on the court. I mean,
sideline.
He might be in a game.
I didn't know he does basketball.
He might be a ref.
He does it all.
I mean, we do not know. We have no.
Great ref.
Oh, they didn't cut to him afterwards. Let the guy get a send-off.
Come on.
Let him go in and out. He's fucking Marty, dude. What are we doing?
Jesus.
I'm happy Marty was on TV. Connor, what's the best thing that happened this week program-wise?
I mean, Adam Pac-Man Jones is one of those guys that you talk about when you're like younger as like that dude's just an absolute weapon. And now to be 27 years old, just talking shit to him, I think that is definitely something I'll pull away for a long time talk about that stuff.
And an absolute weapon.
Yeah, and an absolute weapon.
Yeah. That was awesome. AJ, how about you, pal? Same thing. Pac was awesome.
Pac would definitely be top of the list. Also, Greeny, great couple weeks for Greeny. I'm excited for him and his excitement for the possibility of landing Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, we'll continue.
Greeny, he didn't say he cut his meat off. Like, I got to make sure that we get that. He said
he alluded to like, you never know is what he said.
As we're tying up loose ends here, he didn't say he would cut off his dick. He says negotiable though.
Yes.
Correct.
Say give up his house.
It's like Derrick Henry allegedly. Like, you know what I mean?
Dalvin Cook.
It's there, not likely, negotiable.
Yeah. You can check in.
What are you going to give for it?
He's not the only one that feels that way. If he was to go over there and win, I think there's a lot of humans just that happen to live in that area that woke up as Jets fans as kids. So they would come out of the woodwork.
Oh, yeah.
Just Zach Wilson. He's the only one that doesn't want this to happen.
I think he does.
He probably does want it.
Zach's cool, I think, with like, all right, they're not gonna, this whole stadium's not going to boo me every time I fucking walk out here.
Well, they're not
I'm
picking
still
up.
getting paid, and I get to sit on the bench and watch Aaron.
Learn from Aaron.
Please.
Learn, like Jordan Love, obviously. Is Aaron coming back and play? Is this what's happening? This sounds pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool.
What?
Toilets. That's my favorite. Okay, we had great guests this week.
Good call.
We had incredible guests this week. All right. People stopped by and gave us great. D-Hop was on.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
DeAndre Hopkins was on. He never does anything.
Never.
Came on in the middle of like a interesting time and everything like that. Dana White came in and cut numerous promos.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Lombo.
Fucking Lombo just said everything everybody's going to say yesterday.
Yeah.
That's literally what he did. We had a fantastic week this week of
We
conversations. Ballmer thinking of the toilet number while building a new arena really made me go like, these fucking bazillionaires think about everything.
Weapon.
This is a press conference as he was announcing the Intuit Dome, which will be the home of the Los Angeles Clippers. The owner is this man, Steve Ballmer, formerly of Microsoft, I believe, right?
Yes.
like third or fourth in command.
Number 2, I believe.
Oh, number 2.
I believe so.
Filthy amount of money. Like everybody always, Gates obviously has a absurd amount of cash. He saved the world, bought the world, everything like that. This guy, similar.
$65 billion.
Just has done it a little bit differently. $65 billion is a lot of money. He's known to grab a thigh, squeeze a thigh.
That's right.
He's known to bring energy to a press conference. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. He lives in his own manner. And now he's designing a indoor arena for his basketball team. And he's thought of literally everything.
Toilets! 1,160 toilets and urinals!
Hell yeah.
3 times the NBA average number of toilets and urinals. We do not want people waiting in line. We want them to get back to their damn seats at the end of the half before the game. Clocks!
Hell yeah. Imagine him sitting courtside in his seat, beginning of third quarter. Clippers are just getting pounded. Nobody's in the dome. Where the fuck is everyone? Just like so mad. Sends one of his people. Where the fuck do they all go? Where do they all go? They go up, they go around the long line out there. Long line. Long.
Sorry, Steve.
Everybody, I think, is trying to take a shit. I think, or take a piss in here. Long lines. Never again, man. We're not into it, though. Pretty cool.
Did you hear his original idea?
No.
Every seat to be a toilet.
That'd be awesome.
I don't know if that's real or not, Zito, is what you're saying.
Allegedly, I heard that.
Okay. Allegedly. Not a bad idea.
With GoPros on them, too.
All right. That seems like a perfect place to get out of here. Pretty creepy. The guy that said that.
Good week.
It was a great week, AJ.
Fun week.
What was your favorite part of the week, AJ?
I already said my favorite part, but this Ballmer thing, I'm glad you reminded me. It's true. I agree. You should have 1 billion bathrooms in there. Don't let them wait in line.
Thought you were going to say your second favorite thing, but
what's that?
I don't know. You tell me, dude.
Oh no, I don't. All of it. I love it all.
I thought maybe you would say you love that you know what's going on in the biggest story that everybody's talking about, and you don't say it. You're in an inside joke with 4 people.
Yeah.
And you got to sit here and just not laugh at the joke.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, AJ.
Thank you guys very much.
You did a fantastic job. We'll be back next week. I assume the show will be terrible per usual. We will learn a lot about what's going on around the NFL and also March Madness, right?
Oh, yeah.
College basketball selection Sunday's happening.
Yeah, first 4 starts Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday. Are we going to do the thing? We did the thing.
Oh, the bracket?
Bracket, yeah.
Are we going to do the thing? Are we doing that?
Little challenge.
Give out
Why not?
Bitcoin again?
We're not going to do that.
Now we could.
Now's the time, right? I mean, now would be the time.
Yeah. Or we could just give the winner like a coupon to Bennikins because that's like the same thing as getting a Bitcoin. It's a
cool spot.
now.
What's your problem? That thing was $66,000.
At the time.
Yeah, it was really cool. What's going to happen with all that?
Who knows?
They don't show up in my timeline as much anymore.
No.
Yeah, they've gone real quiet.
That's probably because they're mining. They're all mining. They got their Splunking caps on.
Yep.
Or they're hanging people by doorknobs, but I don't know.
What?
Jesus.
Why you got to end the week like that?
Because I want the people to stay woke.
You're an idiot. Thank you to everybody that makes this happen. Thank you to everybody in our lives that allow us to do this for a living, including the beautiful people that watch. We will see you on Overreaction Monday. Goodbye.